guys. I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Wildin' Out Wednesday, running behind this morning. Look, I was up late last night, fell asleep, had all the stuff in the living room. I had to come back, put it all in the office. Crazy morning, okay? But I'm showered. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight the new day. I'm ready. I am ready. I feel better. Today was, let me tell you, yesterday was a long day, but it was a fun day, and I'm glad that some of y'all decided to start your day with me and end your day with me yesterday, which was absolutely awesome. So I apologize for the lateness this morning, but had to reset up back everything in the studio here. So what's up? How's everybody doing this morning? I want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. I am your host, Stephen Daniels, Stephen D. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. You can also follow Miami Sports Music at Miami Sports Music, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. You can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's free when you guys come in. It doesn't cost you a thing to do any of those things. 16 viewers right now, and it keeps on going up. So hit the like button on your way in through the door. I appreciate it. Let's go. If you want to sign up and become a member today, your seat is waiting at the table for you. Would love for you to sign up and become a member today. If you're not currently a member, I don't know how we get you a member, but we need to get you to be a member. Chef Jew, if you're listening, because I see you in here, Chef Jew, Von954 needs your help with getting back in, okay? So help out Von954 whenever he gets into the chat this morning, okay? It was awesome. Want to give a big shout out to Pete's Take for the $2 donation, starting off the morning correctly. I appreciate it, man. Fins up, fire, emoji. I appreciate it. I like it, man. Thank you for the donation. I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat here in a little bit. Also want to say, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's lots of different ways you guys and ladies can do that. First different way you can do that is you call the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. The live chat right now, you'll see a little box with a $ in the middle. You can hit that and use super chat or super sticker, and you can donate to the channel that way. If you donate, if you don't want to donate up there, because there's less fees that come out through Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, and also PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. You can use either of these two QR codes right below here on the screen, and they will direct you right to the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network Donation Center on Cash App and PayPal. I will say, if you are watching and you want to donate to the channel, if you donate in increments of $5 on Friday, we are giving away a autographed Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain autograph helmet, courtesy of ZSM Sports. The more you donate, the more opportunities you have to win this bad boy. I will also say, anything that you guys donate this weekend, a portion of it, we're going to send to Buffalo. We need to have a last 3 big days of donating, because I want to send a significant amount over there, but we're not going to be able to do that without your help. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, let's all donate, if you're able to. It helps the channel, but it also, we're going to be able to do a good thing and help some of these victims in Buffalo, which we want to do. So if you donate on Cash App or PayPal in the $5 per entry, I double your entries into the giveaway. And if you donate $50 on any platform, whether that's YouTube, Cash App, PayPal, I triple your entries. So come on, man. Let's get together. Let's show Dolphin Nation. Let's show Bills Mafia that Dolphin Nation can get together and rally when the time is needed and called upon, and I think we are. So let's do that, okay? Miami Sports Music Podcast Network weekly giveaway, courtesy of ZSM Sports. That's pretty awesome giveaway that we're doing. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. If you don't know who Tail Greeter is, well, let me tell you. You can download the free app on your current Apple or Android device today. You can follow Tail Greeter at TailGreeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. You can download the free app on your current Apple or Android device, and it brings the tailgate to you. So wherever it is that you're going, any sporting event, music event, check out Tailgreeter, the app. See if there's a tailgate going down. You pay your donation to get in, and bam, you're in there at one of the top tailgates at whatever event that you're going to. Okay? So shout out to Tailgreeter today. I want to make sure we say hello to them. All right. What's up? How's everybody doing? Let me say hello to people in the chat this morning. I got Chef Zhu in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Subscribe, like, share, donate, become a member today. Your seat is waiting for you to join the family. That's my Vin Diesel voice. Family. Let's go Heat all day, every day. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be a good one. Marty Woodley just got done watching the McDaniel press video. We're going to watch that this morning too. We're going to break it down play by play, and we're going to get into that. Duke Tomlinson, what is up, Duke? Miss you, buddy. How are you, man? Super excited to see you here. Hope all is well with you out in Australia. Foster's beer out here today with my friend Duke Tomlinson. What's up, Duke? Trey is in the building. Duke and Trey and Concrete Slick and Ryan AP, sign up to become members today. Also, you, Marty Woodley, sign up today. Become a member. Let's go. I want to say good morning to you, gentlemen. Dolphin 305 is in the building. David and Natasha. What's up, David and Natasha? Alan M is in the building. Corey Walker. Good morning, Stephen D. I'm a Bulls fan, but up the Heat, win it all. I hate Boston. I hate Boston too, Corey. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. Pete's Takes is also in the building. Pete, we got to get you back on being a member of the channel. Good job by the Hellfins. I saw that they had Richmond Webb on last night. Look, after you finish watching the show this morning, go check out Hellfins' episode last night. They were on simulcast when we were on, and they had the homie Richmond Webb on. So that was probably really cool to have Richmond Webb on. Shout out to Armand, Paris, and Chochos. Those guys had an amazing show last night with Richmond Webb. Make sure you check it out. Von Joe, good morning, Stephen D. and my Fins family. Von Joe, what's up? You're a member too? What's up? You guys got to go back and look. Von Joe was a member. What's going on, guys? Sign back up. Become a member today. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Awesome show last night, Stephen D. We are now coining it Stephen After Dark. Yo, I was on some other stuff last night. There was no swear jar in effect last night. The swear jar is back in effect this morning. I might have said a couple of cuss words, maybe more than a couple. But I had a good time. I had a good time last night. It was a lot of fun. I'm exhausted, but it was a lot of fun. I don't know if I could be doing night and day. No way I could do that. Let's see. It's all about Laker gang, but I've always liked the Heat solo. You say it's my second team since I'm going for the Heat since LBJ and the Lakers choked. They did choke, bro. They did choke. Raul, what's up? ESPN, can you feel the Heat? I don't know if they can feel it, but they are going to. Can you put up the link for people to join the members club? I sure can. Matter of fact, here it is again. Paste. There we go. That's for you, Chef Shu. Join the channel to get access to the perks. Sign up to become a member today. The link that I just dropped. Let's get 5 new members. Or if you were an old member, you sign back up. 5 people signing back up to the club. Let's go. Let's see. Paul Glover. What's up, Paul? How are you, buddy? Super excited that you're here. Adam E., check your pulse. I've been checking it. I've been checking it all morning. Let's go. Let's go. K's 1989. Good morning, Stephen and everyone. I like it. What else? Cesar Diaz. What's up? LOL. Stephen losing members. I know, man. I know, Pete. Where's the love? Adam M. I live in Buffalo as a Dolphins fan. We appreciate in Buffalo all the donations for the families involved in the tragic events that happened Saturday here. It means a lot to the cities that people around the nations are running around the tragedy that hit our city. Adam M. Brother, even though you live in Bills Mafia territory, and even though we hate Bills Mafia, as football fans, we're all fans, and we've all, when it comes to real life stuff, I try to keep that front and center on the channel. And we need to come together. So a portion of everything donated this week will get sent to Buffalo. So donate to the channel, guys, as much as you can. Think about it. The most you've ever sent, send double that this week, because we want to send money up to Buffalo. We want to help the victims. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I agree. Chef Chu, I was there in Dolphins with Richmond Webb last night. It was awesome. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Heat and 5, Rashad said. I like it. I like it. Morning, Bob Young. Hey, Bob Young. Bob Young, you need to sign back up, become a member today. Let's go. Let's go. True, that's what I wanted to show. All right. All right. I think that's everybody. I think I got everybody there. All right. Now I say good morning to everybody. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened last night. If you missed the show last night, you missed an amazing stream. It was a lot of fun last night. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. Let me go ahead and pull up the first thing. So we did have a little bit of bad news last night, obviously. Tampa Bay Lightning beating the Florida Panthers 4-1 in game 1 of the second round of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. It was 1-1 after 2 periods, and then in the third period, it seemed like Tampa just had our number. You got to remember a couple things. Florida won the President's Cup. They're the best team in hockey this year. But there are some things that they have not done. For example, they have yet in this playoffs to convert a power play. They have not converted a power play at all. And I don't know how you're ever going to move forward without doing that. So they have to be able to get, the stick out of their butt, I guess is a good way to put it. I don't know what they need to do. But I think in order to move forward in the playoffs, you have to know how to score on a power play. And right now, for some reason, Florida has not been able to do that. And you're playing against arguably the best team in hockey for the last few years. And, it's been absolutely amazing. Drop the link to join the channel. I'll do it again for you, Chef Zhu. I will do it again. Let's get 5 new members today, Chef Zhu. 5 new members. Copy that link, Chef Zhu, so you can keep dropping it in. So I don't know what they need to do. They look good. They did after 2 periods. I was like, all right, we're in this, and then they went down 2-1. And even when they went down 2-1 in the third, I was like, well, this is a comeback team. These are the comeback Cats. And it just didn't happen for them last night. And it scares me because this is what I was worried about. This is why I wanted Toronto to win so bad, because, Tampa Bay has the number of the Florida Panthers. So I'm going to tell you right now, game 2 is tomorrow night. Florida has to win tomorrow night. They have to. They can't go down 0-2 and then go back to Tampa. There's no way that can happen. So, that's what you got to do. You got to win tomorrow night, Florida. Got to. Got to happen. Okay? So that's what happened last night. Was really disappointing about that. But, we were doing the live stream, and when that was going on, we ended up also watching game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where your Miami Heat beat the Boston Celtics 118-107. Absolutely amazing. Enjoyed every second of it. Every second of it. Let me tell you. So last night, going into halftime, they were down. Boston looked good at the half. I was like, okay, this team's legit. They're ready. They're coming to play. Now remember, they were out without Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year. They were without Al Horford. Okay. So they had 2 big people down on their team. But that doesn't mean that Boston still isn't a good team without those 2 players. Those 2 players help, obviously, tremendously. But they were down, and so Miami had to take advantage where they needed to take advantage at. So being close or down at the half, you were like, all right, come on, guys. You're better than this, all right? Tatum finished the game with 29 points. Robert Williams, who obviously came in and started, 18 points. Jaylen Brown, 24 points. And Peyton Pritchard. And if you don't know that name, when you're watching the Eastern Conference Final, let me tell you, this kid is the truth. 18 points last night. He's making a name for himself. Level 2 Noob says, you did not enjoy every second of it. I was watching. You weren't feeling it at the first half. You don't have to lie to kick it. You're right, Level 2 Noob. I was like this at halftime. I'm like, oh my God, are we about to blow? Because I already knew at that point we lost to Tampa. And I'm like, I can't deal with 2 losses on a live stream. They're never gonna want me to do a live stream again. Steven, no, you can't do a live stream. Every time you do a live stream, they get at you. Can't do it, man. So when that happens, right? I was like, okay. But now the third quarter comes about. Boston scores. Here, let me make sure you guys can see this. Boston scores 14 points in the third. Okay? 14 points in the third quarter. Miami Heat score 39 points in the third quarter. And let me tell you, Miami Heat, where it's at is that third quarter. Year in, year out, series in, series out, game in, game out this year. This third quarter is huge for them. And that's when they turned it on. Jimmy Butler dropping a 40-burger on them boys last night. 41 points in 41 minutes. I love it. Here you go. 100 stars for every point the Celtics lost by. Love you, buddy. Celtics bounce back game 2. Steven, don't cap. You know it was TD's fault we were down the first half. That's probably true. Bam had 10 points last night. Gabe Vincent had 17. Max Strus. The Strus was loose last night. 11 points. And Tyler Herro, 18. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in double digits last night. Not including the 6, 7, 8, 9 total people that scored last night. So Victor Oladipo even came in, gave you 15 minutes. He didn't have to. Again, it's so funny. Victor Oladipo was such an X factor in that Toronto series a few years back, and is a role player on this team. And it's good to have a role player like that on your bench. So, how are you excited about barely beating a team missing one of its best players? Hey, look, a win is a win. A win is a win. It's where we're at. Now, the question comes into play is Al Horford going to come back? Is Marcus Smart going to come back for game 2? We'll see. Al Horford in a safety and protocol, which probably means COVID, which means he could be out another game or 2. Depending on how, now that's not confirmed that it's COVID. It's health and safety. I'm not sure what the deal is, but that's what's going on. And then you have the Celtics, with Al Horford. I mean, with Marcus Smart. He's the defensive player of the year. That third quarter when they scored 39 points, would it have been different with Marcus Smart there? You can say that it was. Miami was outplayed 3/4 of the game. Unfortunately, a historically bad quarter cost the Boston the game. They did. It was bad. There's no doubt about that. You look at that, 39 points for the Heat in the third and 14 points in the third for the Celtics. You're not going to win basketball games like that. You're just not. If Al Horford has COVID, he could be out a couple of games. You're right. You are right. So, look, I'm excited for game 2 tomorrow night. Should be another good one. I have to admit, again, I was a little upset to NHL for, getting these games right next to each other on the same night. 6 out of 7 games scheduled on the same day as the Heat. Panthers, what were you doing? What are you doing, NHL? I don't think it was the Panthers. I think it was the NHL, but nonetheless, that's what happened last night. So that's what we did. We kicked it last night for a little over 4.5 hours on the live stream. It was a lot of fun. They scored 4 points with 5 minutes left in the third. Jackson's team scores at a faster rate. Yeah. So, look, I hope y'all I think we're going to do another live stream on Thursday. I'm not sure. I have to tell you, I literally, as soon as the thing was over, did a couple of things on my phone and then about passed out. Was exhausted. And it's a lot because I moved all the stuff to the living room so I could watch on the big screen and then I had multiple screens up. It was crazy last night. Panthers requested to move the game and it was denied. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I don't know why, but they did what they did. All right, so that's what happened last night. It went down, and OTA started yesterday for the Miami Dolphins, and that is something that I wanted to get into this morning because I think there's a lot to talk about there. A lot to talk about. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to watch the press conference live, and we're going to go from there, and we're gonna talk about that. I'm dragging butt because I stayed up, didn't want you guys thinking I went hiding after a loss, so I had to jump on the stream to give kudos to the Heat. Shout out to Eric for doing that, Celtics fan that you are. A lot of positives coming out of the Dolphins. Yeah, so we're gonna watch the press conference because I think that's I want to hear. I heard bits and pieces. Wasn't able to hear everything yesterday. I don't know how many people did get a chance to watch, but we'll break down step by step. The press conference and what was said, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think that's a good way to do it. So let me move this to full screen, and hopefully you guys can hear it. And if you guys have trouble, let me know in the chat. But we're going to go. We are going to go.
Truly appreciate you guys' support, but I'm going to have to call into question your priorities. We had 2 playoff games.
Was that Daniel?
Today?
Was that Daniel?
No, the Miami Dolphins truly appreciate you guys' support, but I'm going to have to call into question
that wasn't
your
Daniel.
priorities. We had 2 playoff games today. Okay, just making sure. I mean, OTAs are very important. I'm telling the players the same thing, but playoffs.
Yeah. Playoffs. Time out. First of all, for him to open up the press conference and shout out the Panthers and the Heat using one of the most iconic lines in football history in a press conference, playoffs. Come on, bro. That's pretty good. You never would have saw Flores, Philbin, or Gase do that. I already like it. I'm ready already. I'm psyched. I'm ready to go.
You guys got anything? We good?
I guess we could ask you about the 2 recent additions since the draft. With Sony, Coach, was the thinking and just you can't have enough quality backs, obviously, with Jason, Raheem, and Miles and Savon. And with Ingram, was there just a feel that another edge player could help for depth reasons?
Well, the latter of the 2, I have not seen pen to paper yet.
Okay.
So we'll talk about our Dolphins players, but hopefully we'll be able to talk about him soon. Sony, you have an opportunity in the offseason to add a player of his caliber, of his pedigree, just him as a human being and a multiple Super Bowl winner. That we jumped at the opportunity. His interests fit our interests, and competition for the Miami Dolphins is only a good thing. And I think one thing that's unique about that particular room is no one shies away from competition, and everybody in there is excited.
He does sound like a surfer.
For the offense, for the opportunities, and wants the best man to win, and aren't backing away from that.
And with Mostert, are all indications of his recovery suggesting that he should be ready for the start of the season? Do you feel good about that?
I know his expectations are to play week 1, and we are not going to rush it. He's come too far to have a setback, so he's just diligently working day in, day out. But when he's ready, he'll be on the field for sure.
What is something you want to instill or establish in your team at this early stage in OTAs?
I think we've begun that process. There's 3 phases in the NFL offseason. Phase 1 is meeting room exclusive, and guys, and we're currently in phase 3 where we're actually able to practice for the second time. And phase 2, you get to do some drill work and coach them on the field, not in team settings, but and all 3 phases are really cool to me for the specific reason that you get to coach and not prepare for an opponent. So we're learning a different language on one side of the ball, and we're refining a language on the other side of the ball. But realistically, you want guys committed to getting better, and you want to really establish how you're going to go about business. We had a bunch of time to prepare for. We had two voluntary mini camps, and now we're this afternoon. You guys will see our second OTA, and what was important to me is you don't skip steps in this business. So if we want to make strides and progress as an organization, as a football team, we have to position ourselves so that when we come back for training camp, that we're able to practice and operate at a high caliber level that fits, our goals. And there's no easy way to do that. You just don't wish things to happen. You take matters into your hands in the game of football. And guys, I'm very proud.
I got to pause it for a second. I love the way that he answers questions. He goes into depth. I think that why he's talking about it, he's thinking about his answer at the same time that he's talking about it. He's trying to be very. I like what Scotty just said in the comments. This guy's so relatable, it's ridiculous. Level 2 noob. Why does he talk like he always sounds? When did someone get this man in an accident? He's not. He's thinking about what he's saying as he's saying it. I love what he just said there, that there's 3 phases into the football. You have phase 1, the meeting room, right? Exclusivity. Phase 2, you have drill work and coach work. And phase 3, you have, practice. And I love what he's talking about here too, because he's talking about, you don't have to, you don't just wish things for it. You take matters into your own hands, as he's about to elaborate more into. And that's such a big thing. That's such a big thing that he understands. It's the work that you put in on May 17th and May 18th that will lead you to playing on February 12th. That's what it's going to take. We're not talking about the week in, week out basis preparing for an opponent. He's talking about the work putting in now. You put in the work now, the results will yield on Sundays come football season. And I think that's a huge thing that he's talking about, and we need to pay more attention to that. It's a big deal. We'll go ahead and let him finish.
Proud of the way they've approached everything from that standpoint.
Mike, we haven't asked you yet, I don't believe, about a player with sort of an interesting skill set. Your views on Lynn Bowden and what he can offer?
Lynn he does have an interesting skill set. I've always been drawn to players that have multiple positions, specifically quarterback experience, because of the way they see the game. Lynn's been battling some hamstring stuff. He's been diligent in the meeting room, and I don't really get ahead of myself when I'm really looking at our team, and I don't think his teammates should either. We'll know if Lynn's ready to contribute to the team when he's on the field, and we're trying to get him there and he's making sure. I know he's making sure that he's prepared for his opportunity when he is healthy.
I didn't know that Bowden was struggling with another hamstring injury. It's so I like Bowden. In fact, I loved him. And watching him and Jakeem Grant in 2018 was a lot of fun. Both those guys, right? And I don't understand why he can't stay healthy. He is a good player. But yeah, I agree, Scotty. This Bowden injury being brought forward by McD is scuzzling. If Bowden could stay healthy, top 5 wide receiver on a team depth chart. Okay. But he can't stay healthy. And that's going to be the X factor for him. We talk about it all the time. The cliche saying says the best ability is availability. And if Bowden can't stay available, we can't keep him here. And let me tell you, this is a deep wide receiver room. So that's interesting to know. And it was Wilson and Grant, not Bowden. I'm sorry. You're right, Von 954. I'm thinking about Albert Wilson and Jakeem Grant. My bad. But Lynn Bowden still obviously brings a lot to the table and is really good. Besides, Lynn Bowden's the one that had the tattoo, right? Who did the tattoo? That is not a Dolphin, but that was an interesting one. Yeah, Lynn Bowden came over from the Raiders, and I think that I hope that he can stay healthy. I hope that he can stay healthy. That's going to be where he either makes or breaks this team. It won't be talent because he's got it, and he's got tons of it. But can you be available? That's what it's going to be.
I want to ask you about the offense in terms of what unit or what group is it the most difficult to sort of implement this offense, teach them what you want to do fundamentally in the core scheme?
The most drastic disparity from whatever you'd call quote traditional. You enter in when you're coaching players. You're very aware of their past coaching. You make yourself aware of that so that you can best articulate, hey, this is like this or this is not like this. The biggest
interesting pause. You go back and look at his past coaching so you can look at his new coaching. Very interesting, considering we as a fan base have said, at least on the offensive side, that the offensive coaching has been horrendous for the last few years and inconsistent because there's been multiple coaches. So I find that very interesting that he pointed out you look at past coaching to help with the coaching now so that you can help develop these players. Find that very interesting.
Biggest disparity from a traditional standpoint is the offensive line, without a doubt. That it is a full-scale commitment to certain principles and ownership of fundamentals that we ask them to do and to major in. So as far as the off-season program is concerned, it's almost built for our offensive linemen in terms of how to approach things, because you need about 2 weeks of, an hour and a half or hour and 45-minute meetings, which is what phase one allows you to digest. Hey, we're asking you to run off the ball. We're asking you to have these landmarks. We're asking you not to hesitate. And then phase two, you can kind of drill it. That I think
it's
in
so
terms
cool.
of
He sounds like a mad scientist. He sounds like a scientist who has this down to a T. He's like an hour and a half or an hour and 45-minute meetings for 2 weeks, helps the offensive line get to where it needs to go. And we're asking these guys to not hesitate. Like, I love it. I've never heard, I don't remember hearing any coaches really talking like this. And I try to go back and I remember Gase's press conferences to a certain extent. I remember Flores. I remember Philbin's. But there is something different about McDaniel, and McDaniel sounds calculated. He sounds calculated in what he says and how he goes about things, and how he's a man that he's all about scheduling. He's all about putting things down on paper. He's all about the classroom and the process. The process. Von Joe says, but how can you clearly evaluate past coaching? Are you going to interview the last coach or just go off film and hearsay? I think you go off film and hearsay. I don't think you obviously interview the last coach, but if I'm a player and you say, hey, what is it about the last coach that didn't do well that you wish could change in the future or moving forward? I'm sure that some of these players went and said, I don't like the way I was taught. I learned better doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, well, let's help you with that. What did the last coach tell you? Okay, well, here's what I think. Okay. I'm crazy OCD. Please fix the corner banner behind you. Really? Really, Dolphin J? I don't think I have. Where's the corner banner? Talking about this? Talking about this right here? I'll fix it later, Dolphin J. I'm sorry. The Kool-Aid has finally dissolved all Steven's objectivity. He'll be wearing a dolphin mask soon. That's not true. I like what I hear. I don't think my objectivity has changed. Look, I understand that I get the label of flip-flop. That's fair. But I also, when I hear something different, I evaluate differently. It's all a process. It's an ongoing process. And so if I hear differently, I have the right to reevaluate at a different process now, because now I know new information. That's what it is. Adam E says, I've always thought McDaniel is trying always be 4 steps ahead of where he is. So he's preparing for what ifs while building the strategy of giving these guys basic fundamentals to build on. Omar Castro, stop what? I'm asking legit questions. I don't take lip service. I'm asking probing questions. I'm a fan that's been through it. So I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid just because he says it's safe. I agree. You can't you can't evaluate what you haven't seen yet. You can't evaluate what you haven't seen yet, what you haven't saw yet. I get what you mean. I will say this, Pete, to your take. We haven't seen it, the fans in public, but McDaniel has. And right now, I'm evaluating a press conference of Mike McDaniel in his evaluation of where the team is at. That's all I can do right now is go off secondhand information. And the secondhand information happens to be the head coach of our favorite football team. So that's all I can go on right now. Steven, it's okay. A lot of fans are flip-floppers. Gase makes you feel depressed even after when McDaniel hasn't seen it. He's evaluating what he has seen. Today's the first day of practice. He said there's 3 phases. What else? What else is he supposed to do or say? Let's finish. Let's keep going.
Johnny, don't know his name, coming on the team, and then all of a sudden being thrown into the mix. I think that it's the hardest position because we are so committed to our fundamentals and technique. And, offensive linemen are like officials, I would say, where you're not talking about them, and that's a good thing. And they have scars from when they are talked about. So to get them to just let go and let all that stuff, let the past be the past and move forward is the most deliberate and intentional thing that as a coaching staff we have to do. One of the reasons that kind of shaped my whole vision for hiring a coaching staff. I wanted to make sure that the guys that were touching those players, we would be able to see the results of the scheme, and people really dive in and invest, understand where they're coming from, some of the stuff that they have in their past, and let that go and move forward. And I feel very, very comfortable.
How many times he's brought up the past? That tells me that this man has watched game film upon game film upon game film. He's put hours on a screen looking at players, evaluating them, understanding where these players are at and where their level is, and what he believes, I might add. Not saying it's going to be the end all be all, what he believes will take to get them to another level, to that next level. He consistently talks about the past. He consistently talks about past coaching. He consistently talks about, and I say consistently off one press conference interview, but he's talked about it multiple times through 4 questions.
And confident and happy with what
Shut up,
Matt
Chris.
Applebaum and Lem has been doing an outstanding job understanding everything that we're trying to do. Mike Person, and then Frank Smith, obviously the offensive coordinator. So that position is probably. I'm not sure if do you have any interest in the offensive line position? Am I boring you?
Oh, wow.
That it
Wow. Did he just call out somebody in the media? Am I boring you with my answers? Am I boring you? I love this guy. I love him. Rashad said, "Breathe, Steven. It's just a press conference." I like his personality. His personality exuberates through the screen. I like him.
And it's exciting too, because you get to see guys at that position. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of, it's liberating to a degree, because they're listen, the guys that if I were to tell you that on this team, and this is my 7th team, been in a lot of different places, but this is the as athletic and capable of any group that you might be like, huh? Are you crit? But they really are, and they're hungry and committed, and it's been really, really rewarding to watch them work, see the benefits, and then more than that, what's going to happen with your first adversity, because this just in, offensive linemen have adversity. They live in adversity. And they, how are they going to respond to a run play where they're short on their aiming point and Christian makes you pay in the backfield, or Sealer or whoever. And that's the fun part of this part of the year, is you get to focus on them and not an opponent.
Talk a little bit about what you see maybe from the rookies or the undrafted free agents so far, besides just their physical traits and what they can do on the field, but maybe the character and how they fit within the team.
Overall, as a group, I feel that all the parties involved in acquiring them, I hold undrafted free agents with high esteem. Like, they aren't just like throw-ins. They're important to me. We've had a multitude of success over the years having undrafted free agents really impact your team. And what I will say is, as a group, it's a testament to the organization, the scouting department, Chris Greer, and the collection of people, because we have the right types of people. This is overwhelming. You have to understand that rookies, people don't really view it this way, but I was just talking to the guys yesterday, is they are coming in trying to make a living at something amongst people that have been doing it professionally for years. So, and then you're doing that in a language that you're like, what? You just got introduced to stuff. So you're triple behind the 8 ball. You get to find out fast if guys are tough-minded enough. And I will say they are made of the right stuff so far, having one weekend with them, and then this being the second OTA.
Recently, you have joint practices with the Buccaneers this preseason. What you can get out of that? And are there any other joint practices this team will have?
Crafty. Yeah, no, the joint practices are outstanding for everyone involved, because you have there's only so far you can go when going against each other before things start to hurt more than they help. So that having different schemes, coverages, incredibly impactful. Having different offenses for run fits, and I mean, all of that stuff is super impactful. We're going to start out, we're practicing 2 days against Tampa, and can't wait to see you guys type really fast, but we're going to have joint practices with the Philadelphia Eagles as well. Both scenarios. See, I told you. Both scenarios were feel very fortunate that things worked out with Coach Bowles and Coach Sirianni. But we're excited about that, and I think our players will be too.
Coach, when you first arrived here, you talked a little bit about this being your dream job. You've worked for 20 years towards it. I was just curious, over the course of getting here, teaching, coaching, getting on the grass, how has your experience lived up to the expectation of your dream job?
Surpassed it. No, it's you know, it's just really fun to express a lot of the things that you didn't know if you ever had the opportunity to do. And I feel and I'm surrounded with so many people that that are supporting and help driving the force that it truly feels like a team that we're working together for a common goal, which that is what football is all about.
Mike, you have probably three guys on this team who are not only fast, but eager to show they are the fastest on this team. Are you going to let them race? And most importantly, are we going to see it?
Well, I mean, with a persuasive argument, maybe you could convince. I'm not going to tell them not to race. I love competitors. I'm also not going to force them to race. So you really see. If I were you guys, and they would do so at one of the, I think, what is it, 5 practices that you guys are at, and you guys were able maybe to persuade them to do it at one. The guy pushing for the race the hardest, I would put my wagers on amongst your betting selves. That I would not bet because there are some very, very fast guys on the team. But I enjoy the fact that they're competitive about that, and I would never keep them from doing so. But I'm more trying to get them to figure out how to run a route, defend a go ball, or run the ball.
I like
Did
McDaniel.
I cover all my bases? I did. Then to have them compete in a race. We do track miles per hour on every practice, so they don't necessarily need to race side by side for me to put that in front of them as a motivating factor, if you will.
If you're, I'm just going to ask you. Go ahead, Daniel. I have one more, if you could.
No, go ahead.
Okay, and then.
But then, hold up. Did somebody just tell our boy Daniel to be quiet? Daniel, we need to know who just told you in the press room to be quiet, because you were trying to ask, well, who's the fastest? What? Who interrupted Daniel Oyefusi? I'm so mad right now that they interrupted you, Daniel. Daniel's our boy here, and so this is blasphemous. This is crazy. We need to know who interrupted Daniel. The people need to know. Daniel, if you're watching, you need to tell us. Let's go.
Daniel and Barry, and then he's gonna be like,
okay.
I'm just saying, you got to tell us who's the fastest now if you know you're tracking it.
I mean, I don't have to. No, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be fair yet because not all players have been, not all players are able to take part in the race yet. But yeah, there's been a good amount of 22 and dare I say 20 or 21 and 22 miles per hour runners out there, and I'm not going to be mad if there's more additionally in the future.
Mike, if you're willing to share this in May, anyone beyond Mostert and Bowden, if we don't see out there today going full or going out there at all, that are out for health reasons, injury reasons, that you're able to share, so we're not guessing when we're out there watching?
I mean, you don't technically have to guess. You can just holler at me and I could answer your question. As far as that test question, not I don't really know off the top of my head. I know Ann's probably sitting there and like, yes, you do. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, we're the veterans that have earned the right over their career, and the science backs up that right now it's not best served for them to be out there. We're not gonna put them out there. There's from any given day that can vary, but we try to be very intentional and deliberate in everything we do. So it's not, there's no absolute with anything. The best thing for the Dolphins is each and every player is ready for week 1, and however we get there is the way we'll handle those things.
Yes.
Mike, how deep is the Yeezy closet looking, man?
Oh,
Well, what do you think? Here's what I got out of it. His personality's great. I think the players thrive off of it. You've seen him be with the team and find that time for the cohesiveness and the relationship building, which I think is huge. What I heard from that press conference was words, multiple words of this is the time of year where you're able to coach the player and not have to coach for an opponent. I think McDaniel understands how important this time of year is. He specifically talked multiple times about the offensive linemen and how important it is to get them up to par. Used, even it named Matt Applebaum by name. And if you watch this show on a regular basis, you'll know that my number one offseason acquisition for this team was Matt Applebaum, was the offensive line coach from Boston College. And why is that? Well, here's 2 reasons. Number one, Boston College is not a big-time program, but has consistently over the last few years been top 10 in O-line in the entire country in Division I football. That says something. That tells me that this guy is able to take raw talent, young players that could, if they were great, they would go to bigger schools in the SEC or Big Ten or whatever, is able to take him in a lesser school at the ACC and Boston College, coach them up and make them top 10 in the country. So now we have these, we talk about JC Tretter a lot as a name that we want to bring in. The reality is we have a guy that may be able to take what we currently have in the building and coach them up to that next level. And that makes me excited. That makes that tells me, hey, maybe we don't have to go out and go get now for depth purposes. I do believe that this is something that I want to see, right? Like I would love to see them go after a JC Tretter. But the reality is we might not, it might be irrelevant because of what we already have in the building with Matt Applebaum. And so I'm excited about Applebaum. The other few things that I kind of took away from it is, he understands where we're at as a team. And that was shown for me personally through hearing stuff like the evaluation process. And, I think there are some players and coaches, game film is something all the time that we talk about, right? Especially with Tua. But if you look at, who is going to help Tua get to that next level, I believe that McDaniel is going to be one of those people today, one of those people in the future. And McDaniel is somebody that if he believes in what he sees, not only with Tua, but with the rest of the team, you have to understand that moving forward and being a successful franchise and being a team that is able to do that, I think it's going to take this team to that next level. It's going to take them a long way. And I'm excited for it and I'm here for it. When I see comments in the chat of, man, this guy's boring, man, do you really care if he's boring? First of all, I don't think he's boring. I think he's very personable. I think the way he talks or the way he gives answers to you is in a way that he's thinking at the same time, just like I'm doing right now. He's thinking at the same time that he's giving the answer and making sure that he's processing it in a way that answers the person's question correctly, but also goes into more detail. One of the things that he does that past head coaches have not done in this organization is you ask a question, he gives more than the one-word answer, the one-sentence answers. And I like that. There's transparency there. There's an understanding that, we as fans want more. We want that transparency of what are you doing to help this team get better? Now, you and I can perceive it differently, and we do probably. But the reality is he's the one coaching this franchise. You're not. You're not the one coaching. He is. So what he has to say is important. Now, you can break down what he says and tear it down and go, okay, well, he said this. Must be what he means by that. And that's fine. That's what we can do on May 18th. There's nothing else to talk about or really do. But I think he's very smart. He's very educated. He understands that doing the hard work on May 18th, that includes the classroom, is what's going to be important on winning on October 18th and whatever other days that we play, in the fall and into the winter. I want to play on February 12th or whatever the day the Super Bowl is. And I think the only way to do that is understanding that on May 18th and May 17th, that's where you win. That's where you put in the hard work. That's where you put in the effort. And, for the other people in the chat, they're saying, what can you really evaluate now? You've only had 2 OTAs. You've only had 2 volunteer minicamps. I guarantee you, because of them being with these guys on a day in, day out basis, understanding what these players, the amount of game film that he's seen, Mike McDaniel knows more about this team than you and I do. Because he's been with it. He's in the process 24 hours a day. He's there. So you don't have to like what he says, but you better respect it and understand that he's the one that's going to make the final decision on this. So, when people are like, oh, Tua, he's not doing the best thing for Tua, or he's not doing the best thing for, the running backs or what. He is doing the best thing for everybody right now, and that includes the undrafted free agents. I loved how he talked about the undrafted free agents. I want to see the haters do a press conference to see what they will talk about. Mike McDaniel will prove it's the same rinse repeat cycle. It's the same rinse recycle repeat cycle. I think I get what you mean by that, Andrevius. See you in 3 years. Now, look, I don't think that it's. I hope that it's not the case. Let me say that. I hope that that's not the case, Andrevius. Did I have my doubts? I have no doubt. I'll tell you what I don't have any doubt. I don't have any doubt that the guy's going to put in the work. McDaniel's going to put in the work. What I am interested to know is the people that he's brought in, are they good enough to bring this team to that next level? And I have to admit, to get a guy like Matt, I go back to Matt Applebaum, I think that's a big deal. And you got to give the guy a chance. And look, I was the first one during the coaching search to be like, we need to get a veteran head coach. We need to get somebody who's been in here before, failed, understand what he failed from in the past, and making better decisions in the future. Was the first one raising my hand to say that. They didn't go that route. Respectfully. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's the route that they went. But I will say that McDaniel sounds like the guy that could totally get us to that next level. Stephen falling for it as usual. It's funny, Andrevius, and I think you're trolling me a little bit, but I go back to my previous statement a little bit ago that Stephen is a flip-flopper. When you receive new information, I'm repeating myself again to a certain extent, but I want to make sure the point gets out there and y'all understand it. Okay? I have information on May 16th. I make a point about a particular subject. On May 17th, I received new information about said same subject. I now go home, think about it, sleep on it, reevaluate it, form new theories, think about new ideas. And on May 18th, I come back out and I have a totally different perception of what I had 2 days prior. Am I a flip-flopper, or have I received new information and now saying, you know what? I think that this might be the case based on the new information that I have received. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. That's not being a flip-flopper. That's not being a casual fan. That's not being a homer. To me, that is, I got new information. I made a different decision on how I feel about said subject. Now, some of that I also want to say is, I can admit this. How about this? I'll admit this. I want the Dolphins to win so bad that I'm clinging on to anything positive or what sounds positive that I can be like, that sounds good. I haven't had any of that before. Give me some more of that. Woo! That's what I want. I can admit that to a certain extent. Because I want this team to win so bad. But I do believe that if I sit with it and I think about it, that it's not a homer. It's, okay, I have new information and this is what I believe now. If simple new info in 24 hours turns your opinion 180, your original position was weak, Scotty said. That's fair. I disagree with you, but if you see it that way, so be it. So be it. I will admit that Steven is a flip-flopper. Fine. You want to say that? So be it. You don't like my takes? Go somewhere else. There are plenty of different people that are positive or negative or feel one way or another. Multiple different YouTube channels that you can go to. I choose to flip-flop. That's fine. But I get new information every day. I don't change my take every day. If you've watched my show for the last few weeks, you understand where I'm at. You get where I'm coming from. Point blank. So that's where I'm at with it. I love you guys. Y'all the best fans in the world. But I will admit some of y'all drive me absolutely bananas with how you view things. That God forbid somebody changes their mind and feels a different way about somebody. God forbid. I don't get it. All right, here's what I'm going to do. It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. It is Mortal Kombat Wednesday. Vine954. Shout out to Vine94 for the $5 donation. He says, Steven, you're being logical. You're not jumping out the window. You're just being optimistic. What is wrong with having optimism? Please tell me. I would like to know that too, Vine954. I would agree with you. I would love to understand what is wrong with having optimism about your team. Please let me know. And I think that's part of the now. Here's what I'll say. I'll answer my own question by 954. I understand why some of the fan base doesn't have it, because there's a lot of similarities to things in the past that have happened that have yielded into failure for this organization. People are jaded. People are scorned. They're upset that they're in this position year after year after year. And as Andrevius so eloquently put it, rinse, recycle, repeat. I get it. I understand that. I don't think this is that situation. And I hope that this is not that situation. Could be wrong. Probably am based on past stuff. But I'm going to be optimistic about it and hope for the best. Andrevius with a $20 donation. Shout out to Andrevius with the $20 donation. Thank you guys very much for donating to the channel. Remember, everything that you all donate, you get entered to win an autographed mini helmet on Friday of Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. If you want to see what we're giving away, here it is, that autographed Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison mini helmet. We're giving that away. If you donate in increments of $5, you will be entered to win this. So if you donate 20, you got 4 entries, just like Andrevius did. Andrevius donated $20. He got 4 entries into the Friday giveaway. One last thing, if you donate at all this week, a portion of all donations to the show, we are sending to Buffalo. We are going to find a place to send it up to help the victims out there that were affected by the shooting tragedy, the hateful shooting tragedy this past weekend. And we, as a fan base, Dolphin Nation, we're gonna unite. And whatever you guys donate, I'm gonna send a portion of it up to there, and we're gonna help a family, hopefully a family or two out with. I need y'all to donate in order for that to happen. The more you donate, the more money we can send up there. Which is what I want to do. All right, let's see what Andrevius said. I'm sure it was negative. Tua's a bum. McDaniel's the same thing we've been doing through like 4 coaching cycles. We'll be back in 3 years. Ross and Greer are the problem. Bring back Brian Flores. We want Flo. Down with the 2 years. I disagree with you. I think here's something. 99% 99% of Miami Dolphins fans, I think, will agree the decisions that Stephen Ross has made for the most part have been wrong and have yielded in failure. But he's done something that other owners are not willing to do. He's done 2 things that a lot of owners aren't willing to do. He gives you a blank paycheck, or a blank check to sign whoever you need to sign to help this team win. How many owners do that? And he does not, once he makes a decision about who's running the football operations, he steps back from what I have seen, what I have observed. Now, do I think he's wanted to make decisions on the football stuff? Yes. We all can agree Tom Brady was probably going to be a Dolphin, whether it was 2 years ago, whether it was 5 years ago, whether it was this past year, whatever. There was multiple times it never came to fruition. I blame that, good, bad, or indifferent, on Ross. Ross could never pull the trigger. He wanted to tank, could not do that. Good, bad, or indifferent, whether you liked it or not. He's never been able to get everybody on the same page. He's never been able. I agree. I don't like Ross. But Ross is who we're stuck with, and he's done a couple of things where I got to be like, how many other owners would have signed, Tyreek Hill to give him $36 million or whatever it was up front? And by the way, and then you go to Greer, he's only counting 8-point-something million against the cap this year. That's amazing. How can you get mad at that? He clearly is signing everybody and their brother that's a decent veteran to this team to help move this team forward and give it some depth. Can't get mad at Greer right now. So right now, as of this very moment, I cannot get mad at Ross and I cannot get mad at Greer based on what they've done for the immediate future of this football team. Can't do it. Can't. I'm not falling for words. We need action. Don't disagree with you, King Mill. I agree. But everything we've seen over the last 2 months, for the most part, with the exception of the off-the-field drama, has yielded in success currently for this franchise. 2 of the top 10 offensive free agents signed here. We got the biggest wide receivers in football, arguably, in Tyreek Hill. We had 4 picks in the NFL draft. I'd argue that 2 of them are going to be very good for this team. Channing Tindall and Eazy-E. They're going to yield success for this franchise. Okay? And by the way, Greer had the best draft out of anybody last year and got the best player defensively in the entire draft in the second round in Javon Holland last year. Not mad at Greer right now. Greer's done everything he's been asked to do and then some, in my opinion. You want to argue with me about the quarterback situation? I'm open to that argument. As much as I freaking hate it, I can deal with that argument from people about Greer. Well, he hasn't addressed the quarterback issue. He hasn't gotten a guy in here that can win. I still say we need 1 more year for Tua, but that's fine if you disagree. I'll deal with that argument. Alexander says, do I drive you bananas, Steven? No, Alexander, you do not. You're my boy, Alexander. You have some crazy takes. And there is times that I'm like, oh, here we go. But you're my boy. You're my boy. Don't feed the trolls, Rick Spar says Steven. Okay. I would never troll. This is the Miami Dolphins. Optimism is not allowed. You go be a Bears fan with that nonsense. Vonjo said, if you get new info, you're allowed to pivot. If you interact with a guy and he shows he's a good person and you find out that he just raped someone, you can't change your view. Scotty, what TF? What TF? WTF? That's a little extreme, but I get your point. It's a little extreme, but I understand it. If y'all have finally given up on the Fins, just say that then. The people who don't have optimism about the season are called know-it-alls. They already know Miami will fail, and if the team doesn't fail, they knew that too. I did read your comment, Andrevius. Just had to give me a moment. I did read it. God. I'm going back through all the chats here. Yeah, let's bring back Flo. Dumbest thing I've heard all day, Rick Spar said. Oh my God, Steven Andrevius giving you content without trying. Von 954 came back to the family. That's one. Can we get 4 new people to sign back up? Let's go, Von 954. Love it, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Welcome back to the family. Tom Brady. What else? What else have you been saying? I can be mad. Tyreek is getting older and slower. Oh, my God. Really? Really? Well, we all know the Jets owner would have given Tyreek the same thing, but he didn't. Ross has destroyed this once profound franchise with pathetic hire after pathetic hire. And that's why people are pessimistic about this particular situation with it's hard to believe that McDaniel's the answer. I get that. I fully am aware of that, Cliff. Fully am aware of that. Ross hasn't done anything so far that's yielded in success on the field for this franchise. So why should I believe now that McDaniel's the savior? I agree. But this is who we're stuck with. So now I am going to go out of my way to look for positive things because I need to do that as a fan. But I also need to realize that if you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, he's still shooting, which means there's still an opportunity for success with this team. California says, my analogy, we have a Ferrari and a drunk driver behind the wheel. Dolphin305 says, evaluating a coach based on how he sounds in a presser is naive, just like predicting teams' win-loss record in May is naive. Let's wait and see how McDaniel does before we say he's good or bad. I mean, that's fair to say, Dolphin305, but as somebody who runs a morning show on a day-in, day-out basis, there's not too much to talk about in May or June, with the exception of how does he sound in the press conference? Let's look at the schedule. Let's predict wins and losses. Let's break these 4 games down by the quarter. I'm going to talk about that. That's what's going to happen. Is this TD Fins talk? Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. What else we have here? What else? I'm going through. Y'all still want to talk about Deshaun? Really? Ugh. Too funny. Too funny. Brady will be a free agent next year, and Ross still has a yacht. Y'all still want to talk about next year. All right, look, I went through everything. If you guys want to hit the like button, 115 of you all watching, 43 likes. I'm going to open up the panel for Moto Combat Wednesday, Wildin' Out Wednesday. we're going to see what y'all have. We're going to see what y'all have and where y'all coming from. Remember, if y'all donate to the channel, you help the channel grow. But we're also going to be sending money up to Buffalo to help with the neighborhood up there and the victims of the shooting. So go ahead and donate to the channel. Let's help some families in need out. And let's watch. Let's do some good as a Dolphin nation. Okay. Let's get to 50 likes before you open up the panel. Okay. Well, I think we're at 51 now, Omar. 51 likes, 120 of y'all watching. Open it up. I want to get about 5 or 6 people in the back here before I open it up. So y'all get up here and we will talk. I'll pin it to the top. Level 2 Noob says $500 in donations before the panel opens. We're about $480 away from that today, Level 2 Noob. I don't know if I can do that. Unless one person's going to donate and get us there. I don't think that's going to happen, Level 2 Noob. I would like for that to happen. We'd be able to send up some good money. That should be the goal every day for the next 3 days. $500 in donations the next 3 days each. And we can really help some families out. That would be great. Von Joe, there we go, new member, back to the family. Two people down, 3 more to go to get to 5 members. People, I know YouTube's been messing up with the membership thing, so go back in, make sure it's renewed, all that stuff. Von Joe, Von 954, we're already members. Something happened, but they got it fixed, so they're back as members. Let's go. How much to not open the panel? I can't handle the bag it takes, Level 2 Noob says. Well, you just said 500. So 500 gets us to not open the panel for the day on Wildin' Out Wednesday. Level 2 Noob. Now you can help us get there. I'm just saying how much to not open the panel. Oh man, dude, I got some people in the back room too, Level 2 Noob. You'll love them. You really don't want me to open up the panel, you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay for it. Let's see here. Stephen D. Yeah. Big Drip ENT. Yeah, Big Drip, you were part of the family too. What happened? Get back up in there. Drew Batron, Trucker Sean. Trucker Sean's still part of the family. Drew Batron's still part of the family, I see. But Big Drip isn't. Why I got to pay $500 to close it if $500 won't open it? $100. I'm willing to negotiate. $200 and I won't open up the panel today. But if somebody beats the $200 donation, I will then open it back up. So I'll tell you what. $200 has me close it for the day. But if somebody pays $201, I have to open it back up. There we go, Level 2 Dude. Let's raise some money for the channel as well as some families in need. I like what Level 2 Noob's doing. I like where your head's at, Level 2 Noob. Trey said $300 super chat. That doesn't count, Trey. I love it. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. I'm going to give you, he's like, I'm definitely Team Von Joe. Level 2 Noob, I'm coming up just for you, bro. I know you love my takes. All right. I gave you a shot. I'll tell you what I'll do, Level 2 Noob. I will start out slow. I'll bring on one person, maybe 2 or 3 at a time, and we'll see where it goes from there. How about that? It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. I'll give you 50 and I get to submit a list of panelists not allowed. No, it's not how it works, Level 2 Noob. Are you negotiating with me? I love it. 301. Big Drip says. That doesn't count, Big Drip. We need to see or hear Level 2 Noob, Trey said. I like it. Okay, here we go. Let me bring on the first person. And we'll see. We'll see. I think once we bring on this first person, maybe level 2 noob will pay up. Level 2 noob will pay up if I bring on the first person. I know he will. We need to raise some money for the channel today. So here we go. What's up, Pete? What's up, Pete?
Steven, level 2 noob better prepare to donate that money because it's coming. I got
It's
you.
coming.
I'm on you right now today.
You're bringing the heat. You're bringing the heat today. Go ahead, Pete. Tell these people. Now, just so y'all know, I don't agree with Pete. I already know. I have a feeling what he's going to say. I don't agree. But you know what? It is Mortal Kombat Wednesday, so the floor is yours.
All right, man. I hope everybody out there is having a beautiful Wednesday. Understand that Tua Nears are calling the Tua doubters haters. Am I correct? The guys that think Tua's not it are being called Tua haters. I don't like that. I truly don't. And for us to sit here and call the Tua haters, I mean, where do you want me to go with this? Because Tua haters means we've been right the whole time, while the Tua praisers been wrong. You get what I'm saying? There's like, I don't want to hear this, oh, it's year 3 and it's gonna get better. Like, first of all, going on the McDaniel thing, he's not talking about competition, Steven. Not at all. That's what we want to hear, competition. And he's giving away positions. So how can we praise this guy when he himself has not seen this team on the field like compete 11 on 11, real football. So you can't be giving this guy praise and this coach. I'm not believing in it, Steven. I'm sorry. I just can't believe anything that's going on with the coaching staff. I just can't. It's hard to trust.
Hey, Pete, I have somebody in the back room.
Bring anybody. It's Mortal Kombat Wednesday. They could bring it with their positivity takes, but at the end of the day,
Pete,
I hear these YouTubers.
Pete, this is your gas station attendant.
This is my gas station?
Yep, Pete's gas station attendant. What's up, Pete? Pete's gas station attendant.
And that's exactly what he looks like. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I do agree with you. I'm not the one who says that, but I do agree what you're saying. But you're also the person that calls Tua supporters Tua-neers. Like me, I believe Tua will succeed this year, but I'm not a Tua-neer. If Tua sucks this season, I will pay him myself to get the heck out of Miami.
But this is the thing. Look, think about what and I heard you, Steven. Greer's doing a good job. And I hear a whole bunch of people saying Greer's doing an amazing job. Look, Greer is protecting his pick. He's not a very good quarterback. And he's doing everything.
Isn't that your job as a GM is to give your quarterback every opportunity to succeed, all the weapons? Is that not what they're doing with Herbert as well and with Burrow?
No, bro.
The Bengals had 2 stud wide receivers and they added a third in Jamar Chase because we're going to give Burrow every weapon.
Bro, did you see they paid?
Let me bring in Robert. Robert, what's up?
Watch this.
Hey, my man.
Let me finish this because Greer, what he's doing is he's doing everything in his power to make Tua look serviceable. That's it. That's all he's doing. And that you don't do that. He's wasting all this money. Think about this. To try and make Tua look good. And he's overpaying left and right. No. All right, imagine how much, hold on. Imagine how much money this guy would have saved, right? Imagine how much money he saved if he just moves on and gets a better quarterback.
All right,
Pete,
Pete,
let Robert go. Tua's on a rookie contract.
Let Robert go, Pete. Go ahead, Robert.
I don't care if you don't like Tua. I don't care if you want him gone right now, but to say Greer is not building a good roster or he's building a roster solely to placate Tua is ridiculous. We have a damn good roster, and if Tua doesn't work out this year, go get your quarterback next year.
That's exactly what's getting me upset. Well, now we have
what?
Next year's draft, we're thinking quarterback. All over ESPN, all over NFL Network. It's come out of Reason's mouth himself. If Tua doesn't look good, we got 2 first-round picks for quarterback. That's not where it's at. Next year should be running back, wide receiver, cornerback, whatever it is, but we should have a quarterback by now. and we don't. It's still a walking question mark. And
So
Greer's
you do
screwing
not
it
want
up.
to see if Tua will succeed with this team? Are you scared that Tua will succeed with this team? Are you a little scared?
No, I'm just a little mad that Baker Mayfield is available and the Dolphins haven't done it yet.
He's terrible.
Baker Mayfield was not great. Like,
he's making $19 million right now.
There's quarterbacks that we can go out and get that are better, and we're not making moves. We're doing.
Mayfield's not better.
I Pete, let Robert go, and I'm gonna bring on. While Robert's going, I'm gonna bring on 3 people, but let Robert go, guys. The people I bring on.
Let's go over the quarterbacks Pete's wanted over the last few years. Josh Rosen.
Right? All right, but let's bring some content to Josh Rosen. Robert,
backup's here, Pete. Backup's here.
Let's bring some content to why I wanted Josh Rosen.
We're going over a list.
That's fine. Remember, Josh Rosen was a Dolphin, just like I want Teddy Bridgewater to start, just same way. But go ahead.
Let Robert
be
go.
Quiet.
You wanted Josh Rosen. I don't think he's an upgrade over Tua. Okay, you wanted him over Tua. You wanted who the hell was next? Deshaun Watson. He would have been an upgrade, but I didn't want to pay 3 first-round picks. But Deshaun Watson, I cannot deny, he's unequivocally a better quarterback. Then you wanted Baker Mayfield that you just said.
Don't forget slow cooking brisket.
Oh yeah, brisket. I knew I was missing one. Brisket was trash. And now you want to throw in Baker Mayfield? Your track of quarterbacks?
Buddy, you're missing a lot more. I was begging for Justin Fields and Trey Lance before we traded it for Waddle for 2 first-round draft picks, okay?
It wasn't
we
2
not
first-round
been in
picks.
this
We traded one
if we would have got
first and did
Trey
a
Lance or
pick swap.
Justin Fields. Oh, we could have easily traded for the Golden Boy.
Hey, Pete, if we would have traded for Fields, we wouldn't have gotten Waddle.
Hey, hold up, guys. 5954 says Pete is a hurt child over his horrible Rosen takes. That is all this animosity is about. Pete, we love you. It's okay. Come back.
Hey, these guys think I love Rosen and I thought he was going to be. Let me tell you something about Rosen. All right, this is what Pete was saying. We got Rosen. All of you guys were hating on Rosen. All the Tua, tank for Tua guys, you guys. Oh, hey, we got to hate Rosen. What was Pete saying? We better not see Ryan Fitzpatrick on the field. It's a wasted year with Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen. So it's better. It's better we see Josh Rosen losing than a Fitzpatrick.
All right,
what was better that year, Fitzpatrick or Rosen? Exactly.
Let me let these new guys come in. I got Roach, Drew Batron, and Von Joe. We'll start with Von Joe, go to Drew Batron, then Roach. Go ahead, Von Joe. You're on mute, Von Joe. And you got to turn your phone sideways so we can see a bigger picture of you. There we go. Tell me how you really, Von Joe. Welcome to. I need you to lay down on your couch. Tell me.
I'm at work right now.
How do you really feel? What's going on? Tell me your feelings right now.
I don't think I could take any more of this Baker Mayfield talk. I really can't. Because Pete wants us to be Cleveland Browns so bad. He wants us to be the Miami Browns so bad. I don't know why. I really don't. I'm really trying. I spent the whole time while he was talking.
Like Vaughn.
Hold on, Pete. I'm trying to break it down. I'm listening to you.
I like you, Vaughn. But
I like
if
you
you
too,
really
Pete,
want to
that's what
hear
worries me.
If you really want to hear it, like, look, bro, Baker Mayfield, there's no denying it. He is better than Tua, right? But if you disagree, that's fine. But what people really don't want to take into consideration with Baker Mayfield is, if you look at his play, it almost looks just like Tua's. All right, let's take that out of the way. But then when you look at his actual games in Cleveland and you see how bad and how many bad weather games this guy had to play in, and I'm talking about 30, 40 mile per hour winds.
You were ripping Tua for bad weather games.
Wait,
let him finish.
He's opening up the season.
But wait, there's more.
In hurricane weather, bro. 4 games in a row, bad weather. Like, come on. At some point, you can't look at stats, and you got to look at the games and understand why the stats aren't there up to par with others. Just a year before, he had good and many dome games, and he had the best year of his career. I think Baker Mayfield is a better dome quarterback because, he's a little mobile. He's just like a Tua. But in my opinion, I think Baker Mayfield is way better than Tua because of his confidence he has in himself.
Pete,
what you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling
or your
incoherent
incoherentness
response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone on this stream is now dumber for having listened to it.
For that, I award you no point.
I award you no
I award
points.
you no points.
He has mastered.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
You have mastered it.
Shout out to Drubatron. Love it.
Pete. Everybody is a better dome quarterback. Like what? Yeah, everybody plays better when the elements are not in play. Go look at Josh Allen against the Patriots. This is why I think it's so cringe when people bring up the Titans game to try to trash Tua as a quarterback. Yeah, you throw the ball 40 times in the game in a monsoon, and you're gonna look like shit. Swear jar. Sorry, I'm still turned up from last night.
Yeah, last night is over. There's no cussing this morning.
You gotta relax, Drew. You gotta relax.
That's why Pat Riley is king. You know,
Chill.
Stephen Ross looks up to Pat Riley like, man, how does he
Chill,
do it?
Daddy, okay?
I keep building a loser.
Pete,
Stephen let
stop
loose
going to the
last
gas
night.
station. Stop sniffing the fumes, okay? You got to relax.
Shut up.
You're going to start
Okay.
looking like your gas station attendant soon.
Stephen
Chill, Daddy.
Ross looks up to a basketball owner and asks himself every day, how does he build a winner? Okay?
Yeah. When he's
Stephen
down
Ross
the
is
street, you
clueless.
should definitely-
Just like, look, this is how I know Stephen Ross is
definitely take it
clueless. He has a clueless GM. This guy's blind. He paid to get Tannehill out of here. I will never forget that, okay?
Who has
That
a
will
clueless
never
GM?
leave out of my brain. It's on film, okay? We gave away Tannehill when we had to pay. We didn't get nothing for him. And a lot of you guys were praising that about Greer and called it, oh, it's a salary cap move. We're going to be great. Tank for Tua. You guys
Pete,
got to hurry up and revolt with
Pete,
this,
where
bro.
does Tannehill rank amongst quarterbacks? Is he top 20?
Flip side fishing said
Tannehill is in the elite category, buddy. He's
You're
top
crazy.
five.
Really?
Hey,
You're wild.
He
Get him
never
off.
won anything here.
Get him off.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? An elite quarterback? Tannehill's an elite quarterback?
Pete, what we're not gonna do is
Everyone's elite
Y'all-
except Tua.
hey, y'all think it's funny, right?
You
And it's
just
hard to
invalidated
believe.
everything you've
It's
ever
hard
done.
to
I don't
believe.
think it's funny.
It's
I
hard
think
to
it's
believe.
blasphemous.
It's hard to believe, but don't you guys look at stats a lot, or do you guys only look at Tua stats so you can get
wanna know
some content?
Do you watch
I
the
saw
games?
I saw a 5-game stretch last year where
Yikes.
where Tannehill threw more interceptions than he did touchdowns last year.
You
Yikes.
saying hold on?
That-
You
that-
saying
Pete is
Tannehill
elite. It's official.
is in the is
Tannehill's elite.
Tannehill is in the same category as your Brady's,
And
your
Patrick Mahomes.
your Mahomes,
Yeah.
your Rodgers.
I was muted.
You have to
Alright,
go
alright.
back.
Hey, flip side fishing said Pete
Pete,
like
I respect you
Flex
too
Seal
much.
guy. But wait, there's more.
Pete, I respect you too much for you to be saying things like
Shut up.
this. It worries me.
He's sniffing the fumes. Too
Hey,
many fumes.
you
in the gas
guys, hey,
station.
listen. You guys can go by what you saw in Miami and Tannehill, or you can go by what Tannehill has recently done, even without Derrick Henry. Remember, the Tannehill haters, they say
Lost in
it's
the
all
playoffs.
Derrick
All
Henry.
right,
Even
I
without
got-
Derrick Henry,
I
they
got-
ran the ball well.
I got two
Brent
people
Tannehill
that want to.
managed
I
it.
got two people that want to come into this conversation.
Keep praising Greer. He's destroying us.
It's Pete's best friends, Alexander and David.
Oh man, Pete, Run.
Pete,
All right. So
Okay, so you have
So-
Pete
so
on one
here- so
extreme,
here-
then
so
you have
here's the
Alexander
thing.
on the other extreme. What you doing to me, Steven? Come
Here's
on.
the thing. Here's the Pete. Dead wrong again. Absolutely dead wrong. Okay. You and your
Yeah, you
takes
just
make me
called
want to.
Tannehill elite.
Oh
Make me
my
wanna
God,
jump
y'all
off a
brought
building.
up Alex. This is the guy. Alex.
Dude, they got a
I
fourth
hope
round
you have
pick
a
for
great day.
Tannehill. What are you talking
I hope you
about?
have
It
a
is
great
wild.
day.
It's Mortal Kombat.
They got a
Tuesday.
fourth
Let me
round pick
talk
for
real quick.
Tannehill.
Listen,
Finish
They
him,
anybody.
got a
Finish
fourth
him.
round pick for
Finish
Tannehill.
him.
Alex,
Let me talk
And,
real quick.
and let me tell you something.
I got a question for the panel. I got a question for the panel.
You can still you can stop all this with a $200
You can end it now,
donation.
level
Level 2
two.
noob.
You could end it now.
You can end it now. Level 2 noob. $200
Guys,
donation
guys.
ends the panel.
Guys,
And
there's
you
a
wanna-
there's a
hold-
trial.
I'm sorry,
Listen,
David, give me a
let
second,
me
bro.
talk. Let me talk. Look,
ahead.
there's a trial going on right now, and Pete has as much credibility as the woman that was on the stand. Like you're a joke, bro. You're a joke.
Hey, David, let me tell you something.
You're a joke.
The
You might
only-
be a
the
nice
two
guy,
of
but
you
you're
are
a
joke.
joke.
Amber Heard right now.
The thing is,
Pete's
the thing
Amber
is-
Heard.
No, buddy. I'm the guy sitting back, looking and trying to warn
Hey,
you
did you
guys to
crap
wake
in
up
David's
before
bed?
this hurt. I'm trying to
Did you
tell you
crap in
guys.
David's
the
Just
Dolphins,
because you sit here and say that Greer's protecting his first round picks is because it's just insane. For you to sit there,
You making Alexander
Alex,
stutter over here, boy. He's
I'm telling
mad,
you,
man.
because they know I've been
about
right.
there's two first round picks last year.
Drew, you
next
took my
year.
stuff too, by the way.
What makes you think? What makes you
Sorry,
think
David.
that? What makes you think it's not because of Tua? What makes you think it's because of Tua? Actually, what makes you think that?
I already
Answer
told
that
you
question.
guys.
I
He's
will
a
tell
very
you,
limited
a
quarterback.
collection of $200.
And he's
A very limited
limiting
quarterback.
today.
What
And
makes
he's
him limited?
limiting.
Let me ask
all
you.
you level two new
What
future
makes him
recruit
limited,
people to
sir?
add into
What makes
it.
him limited?
Alex,
What makes him
we've been
limited?
talking about his limitations
Why
for
do
over
I
a
have
year.
to like
There
exactly?
is no
Like,
limitations
everybody
with
knows
Tua.
I've been
Every
right
day.
on his limitations.
There
These
is
two
no
guys are
limitation.
just
You
hurt.
really,
Alex, this is where we lose you.
you
This
guys
is where we
really
lose you,
think.
Alex.
You
Alex,
guys
we
really,
were winning.
hold
Alex,
on,
we
Drew,
were winning the
Drew,
debate.
hold on.
What is Tua? Is he Goku now? Is
You
Tua
let me ask you
Goku?
guys a question. Do you
Is he
really
going
think
Super
they have?
Saiyan?
They have no choice but to throw the
Oh
ball
God,
5 yards or
Alex go
less?
Super Samoan.
Everything I
Alex.
built up,
Hey,
everything I
Roach.
built up,
Hey,
Alex,
Roach.
is crumbling
You need
now.
you have to have Pete on because I think he was been abducted by aliens.
He has
Alex.
been abducted by
No,
aliens.
I
No,
can
no, no.
tell.
I actually, I
He's
make
good.
sure. You see,
He's
this
good.
is the thing. You know, you got guys up there saying, "Oh, Tua's doing good." Where the Tua haters at? I come here every day, don't I, Steven? If I have time, I'm here, right? And this is where you can find Pete. And if Larry's live, you're gonna find him there. Those
Pete,
other
I
guys
saw you
come
throw
up
a
at late.
football
I
yesterday,
can't
and
make
it was
it.
a wounded duck.
That's
What is
fine.
Tua's
I don't get
limitation?
paid by the
Does everybody
Dolphins.
say that to me?
The issue is,
Or does everybody
look,
or is everybody
check this out.
silent
Check
tonight?
this out.
Hey, it's
Check this out.
Wilder that
Check
Wednesday,
this out.
guys. Come on, we
It's
got to
not.
figure some
It's
stuff
not.
out here.
Tell me
you
what
guys.
Tua's limitations are.
Let me tell
Tell me
you.
what his limitations are.
Yesterday I come up here, right, and I tell
Because
you
it's
guys,
certainly not the
Tua's
deep
balls.
ball.
Listen, I come up yesterday on this panel and I tell you guys,
The
Tua's
one
balls are
positive you're
floating
going to
like
point out
punts.
about
They
Tua
have
is
a
the
hang
deep
time.
ball.
Wait, they're hang timing, right? What do you get this morning on ESPN? I told you this guys yesterday that the balls are like punts and they're hang timing. Today
Oh
on
my God! Get the
ESPN,
hell out
you
of here!
get Keyshawn
That's
Johnson
garbage,
making
man.
fun of Tua.
Oh
You
my
get Keyshawn
God! You are
Johnson making fun of
insane.
Keyshawn
Tua.
Johnson's a Tua hater. What do you expect from him?
Calling his passes a fair catch.
Dude, are you undercover Jets fan?
He's calling
That's
his
what I want
passes
to
a
know.
fair catch. That's what
Keyshawn's a
Keyshawn
Jets
Johnson
fan.
said. When you
No,
when you
he's
get
a
a ball
Jets
thrown
fan.
by Tua,
Dude,
you got to
Pete's a
call a
Jets
fair
fan. Get
catch
out
because
of
they're
here,
hang
man.
So
timing so
Keyshawn
long.
Johnson's objective.
Alexander.
Okay.
Alexander, I'm gonna give you Tua's main limitation.
Oh, the 5 yards or less ball. Throw the ball 5 yards or less.
I'd
Could
say
I-
that's
could I-
one of
could I-
his.
could I-
Amber, I mean Pete.
Okay, thank you for
He
assuming.
said Amber. I mean,
Oh, I was asking.
Thank you for assuming, but again, Tua's main
That's
limitation
funny, bro.
is his limitation to be consistent.
Oh, blame it on the O line. We can blame it on the O line.
No. You
So
can blame
Alex,
it on
Alex,
him.
What is Tua's fault? Is there any fault in Tua?
Where are the Tuaneers
he
that
cannot
keep
be
calling us
consistent.
Tua doubters
Did you-
haters?
that's
Jump up
why.
on
Did you
Miami
guys-
Sports Music and get off your little phone. You little
You are a
Did you
Tuaneers,
guys see the
get
little
up here.
video?
Pete,
Did you guys see the little
I'm
video
calling you
that
a
this guy
hater.
just dropped? D1 even tweeted it. D1 even tweeted it on Twitter about how Florida about Tua.
Flipside Fishing has made $198
I don't have time
away
to go on
from
Twitter and
ending
look
his
at Tua stands all
panel
day.
early.
So basically,
$198 more dollars to go.
with the fact
I don't
that
pay
Tua's
attention to Tua
limitations
stands.
can be mostly blamed.
Well, there we go, Ken.
Blame partially on him.
So Alex,
20% on him.
How can you take 2
Ken
years
Rosa
of film?
says
and the rest on the O line, and the
Ken
fact
Rosa
that he's going to
says
stay healthy.
Alex, how can you take 2 years of film and then negate the whole thing because you got some videos on Twitter from a OTA? Like, how does
No,
that
I'm
erase
not talking
Tua's-
about OTA. I'm not talking about OTA. I'm talking
Do
about
you
the
guys
last 2 years.
believe? Do you guys?
The fact that Tua was not put in the
Pete, do you guys believe
Tua
that
was
Joe?
not-
Listen,
Tua was
Alex,
not
hold on.
put in the best
Alex, hold on,
position to
Alex. Guys, do you guys believe that Joe Rose does not know what he's talking about, or does he know what he's talking about? Because he said today that Tua has looked this morning. Tua has looked the best he's ever seen. Really good.
So what does
They
that
said
mean?
that last preseason too.
No, Joe Rose did not say that last season. Look
I don't
it
know who
up. He
Joe
did
Rose.
not say
Who's
that.
Joe Rose? Who's Joe Rose?
He's the morning guy for WQA.
He's part of the
he's like-
media.
he's like
he's
in
part of the
Miami.
media. Hold on,
He
he's part
hates
of the
Tua.
media.
He hates Tua.
He's just an opinion.
Mark Kelly hates Tua, and he's looked better. You say he looks better.
Hey, just because you have a radio station doesn't mean
He's an ex-Miami Dolphin. He has a lot of
Joe
access
Rose
to
has
Miami
been criticized of Tua since they drafted him.
Hey, I'm about
You
to
guys
make
make
some
this way too easy. Hold on, let me
y'all-
go
if
ahead
y'all-
and address this.
All right, hold on, Bonjo.
Show
Let
me,
just say
show me
this.
anything. Go ahead.
Hold on, Bonjo. I just want to say, Ken Rosa says, I respect Pete because even though he talks crazy, he will die on his hill alone.
Who
I just
said
want to
that?
let
Shout
Ken
out to
Rosa,
Ken.
but I do want to say what I'm about to do right now is going to make some people mad. If y'all want to become a member of the channel, that is the only way right now that you will be able to comment in the chat right now, because I'm going to members only in the chat. If y'all want to say something, sign up now and become a member. Oh, I'm about to make some people mad with that, boy. You need to
Good
sign up
job.
and become a member of the channel.
Hey, Steven, am I a member? Let me know.
Nope.
Oh, I'll become a member right after
So
right after we finish here.
So David, let me go ahead and address and Alex, let me go ahead and address you guys in this media.
Good luck, dude.
All right.
Good luck.
Oh, this is real easy. What
No, I'm
negativity? What negativity have you seen come out of the media?
Every day down here, Joe Rose can't stand to
No,
it.
I'm talking about OTAs. What negativity have they shown you? Has all his passes? So he's been going 30 for 30. All his passes been perfect.
God.
No,
Why
but that
haven't we
look.
heard? Why haven't
So
we heard anything about
we get
Teddy
accused.
Bridgewater?
So we get accused to have to. We get accused. Let me get this
Why
right.
haven't we had- why haven't we heard
Wait. We
anything
get
about Teddy
accused of
Bridgewater?
going overboard and being called two and airs, but you just went to the extreme. I don't
I
get
didn't go
it.
to the extreme. I'm asking logical questions.
That's not logical. Who goes 30 for 30? Who goes 30
No.
Who goes 30 for 30? Who
Okay,
goes
so
30 for 30? You're not going to have 30 for 30 in the game. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Let me
so
ask
if he's not going 30 for 30, how come we're not hearing about his missed passes? We're only hearing about positive and
Okay,
great
so
things.
why did the
We're
media
not
explain
even
why
seeing.
Bonjo, I love
Let
you,
me finish
brother,
my
but
statement. No,
hold
let
on,
me finish my
let me
statement.
say this.
Let me
I'll give you an
bring it
example.
No,
Listen,
let me bring it full
Bonjo.
circle for you.
Okay,
I.e.
the media said,
let him finish. Let him finish.
because I'll destroy the argument right now. But go ahead.
Let him finish.
He thinks he can destroy it.
Another thing, when you sit there and you watch the tweets that are coming out, they put it in a positive spin versus showing you what's actually going on. I.e., hey, Jason Phillips got to the quarterback, but you didn't see that. No, our O-line got beat. But they say,
Oh, you know what?
I saw
Phillips
that.
had a great day.
Let me say this. Let me say
real
this.
quick, David.
Hold on. For Jason Phillips to have a great day, that means he was kicking our O-line's ass.
Swear
jar. Okay, so that's what that means. So again,
So that's Tua's fault that the O line is garbage. Come on, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
First of all,
David, your selective hearing is kicking in.
my offensive line is not garbage.
Why are we not hearing anything about negativities that's also happening in OTAs?
Let me just say this.
That's because they're only showing you positive spins. Everything is being controlled, and that's coming out of OTAs by the Dolphins.
That's not
what
true.
I'm saying.
That's not true.
What you mean it's
Von
not
Joe.
true?
Okay, let me finish.
Hold on, real quick. Real quick, because
Pete.
you're gonna take it somewhere else because I know where he's going. But listen, the offensive line without pads, the defensive pass rush is always going to have an advantage. This is why we got names like last year, like Sammy Guavin,
You just
getting
made my
multiple
argument
sacks.
for me, Pete.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
We're not worried about offensive line right now
David,
because it's
relax.
hard
He's
to
not going
pass
against
block.
you.
All right, Crypto. What's up, Crypto?
That's called Wilding Out Wednesday for a reason.
Go ahead,
I know,
Crypto.
but you wilding out
Come
too
on,
far.
guys.
Like,
Listen, you got to
wild
wild out, correct? So let me go. Let me go real quick. Let me go.
with some logic and sense.
Since when has an offensive line been
Because
bad
it's
and gave up
wild
20
out. It's
sacks?
wilding out. Why should I have logic? But anyway,
I should have
let
logic
me
to
say
my
this.
argument.
I know, right? Let me say this. So the media made fun of Tua with that short pass, but they never showed anything with that pass to Jalen Waller. The one that no one talks about. They didn't say anything.
How'd you see it then?
They did.
This is what nobody's talking about.
They showed that too.
This is what nobody's talking about. And shout out to TD Finstock and Barry Jackson. Just by saying those two names, you guys know where I'm going. Right now, Teddy Bridgewater is winning the Tyreek Hill battle. He has two beautiful passes in OTA yesterday compared to Tua's one. Anybody agree to disagree with that? I'm sorry
Teddy
to tell
Bridgewater
you.
is a
And they're
backup.
not even marketing Teddy. They're not telling us
because he's a
anything
backup.
Teddy is doing.
At best.
Okay?
Pete, you gotta realize.
No, we need to see it.
No,
Hold on, Pete. I got it.
This is where I support
Hold on.
Pete's logic.
You guys got to realize that this
Okay,
is
Amber.
a positive propaganda season. Stop the nonsense. That's
This
all
is what
it's
I'm
going to be.
saying,
That's all it
Crypto.
would ever be. This
Crypto,
is
that's
the
all I'm
positive
saying.
propaganda season. It
This
is
is what I'm
what it
saying.
is.
And
It's
people say,
supposed to
and
be.
they're trying to give me pushback on that. That's exactly
No,
what I'm
buddy, we're
saying.
not. Crypto, this is the problem with you other Dolphin fans out here. You
I'm
guys are
saying this is.
accepting that we're the laughing stock of the league, bro. On
I'm just
ESPN,
saying this.
they're calling Tua's passes fair catches.
Exactly, but the point is, it's
Keyshawn
supposed
Johnson
to be
is.
positive propaganda. That's what the team has to put out by definition. Or if they put out doom and gloom, there's no hope for the season.
Okay,
By
hey, can I ask y'all a
definition, you have
question?
to put out positive propaganda.
Hold on.
There's
Can
no
I ask
way
y'all a
around it.
question? What quarterback can throw 75 yards, 80 yards with a strike? Name one quarterback.
Preseason.
Skylar
Preseason
Thompson.
is around the corner.
Alexander, you're not helping. There's
No.
you can name a few. Aaron
Name
Rodgers,
Aaron
Skylar.
Rodgers,
Skylar.
No.
Stafford,
Justin
No.
Herbert.
Skylar.
Oh, they can throw a 75, 80 yard
Shut
strike?
up, Roach.
Lamar
They throw a
Jackson.
75, 80 yard strike?
Deshaun
He did it with a
Watson.
well. I
It
should
may
say he
not be
did it.
accurate.
He,
Yeah, speaking of Deshaun Watson, Cleveland is very positive on that guy. You know, he's a bum though,
Dude,
but
he's only getting 4 games. He at most he'll get 4 games. I am tight.
right.
I am so tight right now.
hey, but you know
I
what
am
we can
so
all agree
tight.
on? Do you all
Oh,
agree by
God.
week 4 we'll know who our quarterback is? For
And
the
his whole
future?
noodle arm with the whole
Yes,
full noodle arm
Roach,
is a
we
load of
will know
is a
by
load of
week.
crap.
Actually, we'll know by
Alexander, you know
week
you're the only
one.
person that
We
brought up
cannot
noodle
lose to
arm,
the
right?
Patriots. We lose to the
No
Patriots. The
other
season's
person
over.
says that
Patrick
Tua has a
Mahomes.
noodle arm.
No, you the
Hey,
only
Roach,
person
we're
that
gonna
mentioned
know
that.
in
Alexander,
week
we just
one.
named Alexander. We
Nobody
just
here
named
has
like
said
5
anything
different
about
quarterbacks.
Tua's
Nancy.
arm
Not every
strength.
quarterback can throw a 75 or 80 yard strike in the
We
NFL.
just named 5. You asked
No,
to name
I have
one.
never
We
seen
named 5.
Herbert or
Sorry,
anybody
Alexander.
except for Mahomes
I cannot.
throw
I'm sorry. I love
an
you,
80
bro, but
yard
I
strike.
cannot.
You know, Alexander, you're the person that brought up Tua's noodle arm, right? Nobody here on this panel has said
He
anything
doesn't
about
have
his
a
noodle
noodle
arm.
arm. He
You're the one
doesn't.
that's mentioned it. We never mentioned it. Nobody here on this panel has said Tua has a noodle arm. You're the one
When
that
I
brought it
sit
up.
here, Vaughn,
Well, this
and I
guy
Right,
say
right
you
his
here
brought it up.
passes look
No,
like
Amber has
punts,
a noodle
he
arm.
has a noodle arm. Alex knows that's what I mean too. That's the issue.
I know,
He
but you
doesn't
never
have
said it. You just
look,
said he's throwing ducks.
I've
And
said
he's
this
not throwing tight
before.
spirals.
I've said this before, and I'm
He's
gonna
throwing
continue to
UFOs,
hold
bro.
this
I got it,
into my
guys. I
heart
got
and
it.
in my gut.
I got it. I got it.
Okay?
I got it.
We gotta
That was
realize you
Pete.
can't win with
That
the
was
noodle
Pete
arm
cutting and
quarterback.
pasting
It's been
himself
done before.
in that.
Listen,
Joe
the
Montana had a
only
noodle
reason
arm.
Tua got drafted was because he got helped by COVID in a you couldn't reach this guy, you couldn't meet this guy, and everything was done on a backyard camera.
Then how come Forrest
Tua
wanted
got
Jordan Love?
lucky, and it is what it is.
Then how come
Backyard
Forrest
camera.
It
wanted
was on
Jordan
your
Love?
back. It was on your camera, Pete.
I
Stop
could have
lying.
done a
Stop
good
it, Pete.
Wait,
job.
You're the
Alexander,
GM. Stop,
My
Pete.
house.
Then how come Forrest wanted Jordan Love then at
What's
5?
up, Rashad? What's up, Rashad? How are you, buddy? Rashad,
I'm just surviving right now.
are you okay? You sound like how Von Joe feels.
He's a Dolphin fan waking up knowing the season is over.
Listening
my
to
God,
Pete,
shut up,
man.
bro.
It's, it's kind of sad.
Season's not over yet. If we lose to the Patriots, then the season's over.
Can I ask Pete
If
something?
we lose the
I love you,
time
bro,
out.
but man,
Did you just say if we lose the first game of the year, the season's over? Get out of here.
Absolutely, 100%. We have to go 4-0 in the first 4 games, or the season's over.
4-0? All right, well, I guess the season's over.
If we don't go 4-0, it's over.
Now that's wilding out
the
Wednesday.
season's over.
Flip
'Cause that's not
side
happening.
Fishing says when you can't throw a 30 or 40-yard bullet pass with a flick of the wrist, you have a noodle arm.
Well, Joe Rose said that he was throwing guns.
Steven.
Go eat some noodle cups today, Alex.
Steven.
Noodle cup soup.
Steven, you
Yeah.
ready for this?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you ready
Sure.
for this?
I'm
Everybody,
ready.
be quiet for a second. Pete, you ready? Oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. This is about to get wild.
Wild.
During a game against the Baltimore Ravens back in December of 2020, Baker Mayfield threw up a Hail Mary towards the end of the second quarter. According to Pro Football Focus, the ball
The
traveled a
longest pass.
resounding 70.5 air yards.
The
Was that
pass.
alone?
If that was the game, if that was the game, real
That's
talk,
what made him the number 1 overall pick, Von Joe. You got to realize that.
NFL
Joe, that was good, boy.
That was in the NFL.
But Von Joe, that was the reason why he was the number 1 overall pick anyway,
my
because of arm
gosh.
strength.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Why are we
cannot.
not trading for Baker Mayfield?
It's funny,
Real-
right? This
real
is
quick.
the thing. If we get Baker Mayfield, we might have probably been the luckiest franchise ever. Like, I know that guy is not, he's not, but he is really good.
He's right.
Like, I'm not even lying to you guys.
He's
Baker
really
Mayfield
good.
is
Are we
good
really
quarterback.
saying that
Baker was
Mayfield is
sabotaged,
really
bro.
good?
Baker was sabotaged, man.
Oh my
Bro,
gosh, guys.
you can
Yeah,
literally
yes.
use
How
the
come
same
Kevin
Tua
Stefanski
thing
He's gone off the
with
deep
Baker
end. How come
Mayfield.
he
Tua
was
could be-
he was
actually gone off the
calling.
deep
He was
How
in
come-
his ear telling Baker Mayfield to throw incomplete passes. He was in
How
his
come-
ear. I
How
heard
come
it.
Tua? How come
Hey,
Tua
look,
is the
if you
only one
wanna-
allowed to be
sabotaged
sabotaged?
him.
Get into the chat. There's two different ways you can get into the chat. You can sign up and become a member today, or you can donate to the channel and do a super chat, and it will come through even if you're not a member. So there's two different ways to get into the chat today. You either become a member of the channel, or you send a super chat.
Or
and
they
you do
can
it that
click
way.
the link and
Hey,
jump on
Pete.
the panel.
Jubatron can
and
back
give us
me up
some
on that
takes.
conspiracy. Jubatron, help me out here.
I want the Tua fans
Stefanski
calling the
sabotaged
2,000
Baker
haters out here
Mayfield.
up.
He
Like
told him
Tua
to
did
throw
something.
bad passes so he can get Deshaun Watson.
You mean
So
you mean the Baker Mayfield that acts like a chick in the commercials?
Guess what? Odell Beckham
Yes,
has
he was
Odell
he was
Beckham
told to
has more
focus on
long
the commercials and
touchdown
not
passes than
football
Tua has in his
because
career.
they wanted Deshaun
Odell
Watson.
Beckham. Odell Beckham has two 40-yard touchdown passes compared to Tua's one. Think about who took more quarterback snaps.
Pete,
So,
stay off
my-
Twitter.
my question is, why is it?
Stop, please.
Why is it?
Dig yourself a hole.
Hey, can you stop? Why is it we can get all these excuses for Tua, but those same excuses don't work for Baker?
Because Baker's had 4 years to do it.
Well, Roach, you
same
told me
excuses
I
don't
was
even
trying to tell
apply
you that
to Teddy
the coach
Bridgewater,
sabotaged Baker Mayfield in the same way Flo did it to Tua.
Right.
It's the same way.
Yeah, I heard
They
that.
wanted Deshaun Watson so bad that Baker Mayfield, they was telling him intentionally to tank the games, and he was performing real bad.
Did you say
he had
tank?
the coach
Did you say
whispering
tank?
in his ear? Yes.
Baker
Okay.
Oh
I didn't know Baker got
Oh,
excuses.
Lord.
All I know is I am upset that Alexander made me look up that stat. I am upset.
I want to ask Pete something real quick. Pete, earlier you said we're getting everything and we're not getting a quarterback. That's why you're upset. But what about what happened in Kansas City with Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes?
Bro, why do you guys
Alex
always
Smith?
Are you guys aware that the reason that they drafted Patrick Mahomes and had to trade up to go get Mahomes was because Alex Smith is a limited quarterback?
Pete got
Okay.
upset.
Right.
Greer got.
Yeah. He
So-
wasn't
so-
a
why
limited
can't
quarterback.
Teddy
If
Bridgewater-
that's
why
so, they
can't-
would have never drafted
Hold up,
Mahomes.
They
hold
know
up,
they
guys.
wasn't going too
Why
far with
can't-
Alex Smith.
Hold up,
Why
guys.
can't they do
Ian-
the same thing
Ian-
with Tua? Is my question.
Ian Baller said Pete got upset.
Oh, you said why can't they do it? Because Greer has pride. That's why.
Hey, Pete, are you upset because Greer got Tua weapons?
Bro,
Yes, he is.
what are you talking about? We got weapons for him last year. Waddle. What
What
was
weapons did you
Waddle?
get from last year?
What was
What
Waddle?
weapons did you get from last year?
Well,
Hold on.
Fuller
I'm
was
gonna
supposed to be a weapon. He
Bro.
was unreliable.
Crypto,
DVP is
I'm gonna
always
take
in the
this conversation
hospital,
right now.
so that
Hey,
don't
Jamar
work.
Chase should have
Pete,
never had
answer me.
more
Hold on, Pete,
receiving
focus
yards
on
than
me.
Waddle.
Focus on me. Focus on my voice.
Oh my
Focus
God.
on my voice.
Come to my voice, Pete. Follow my
Pete,
voice.
Follow
what
my
weapons
voice,
did
Pete.
they get for Tua last season? Name one weapon.
Steven.
Well,
Steven,
this guy in
I'll
Alabama,
be
for
right
one.
back.
Not one
Waddle?
weapon.
Hey,
Besides Jalen
you
Waddle.
can't start with that question, Alexander. You're gonna make
Besides
yourself
Jalen
look
Waddle,
bad
who
Wait,
because the
did they
instant
get?
answer would be Waddle.
Yeah.
Waddle
Who did
was
they get besides
drafted.
Waddle?
But what? That's the answer. It's Waddle. You can't
that's
go
a silly-
besides the guy who they got. Don't.
No.
Again.
Waddle
Weapons.
was drafted.
Weapons.
He
You
wasn't
can't just
free
say Waddle
agent.
was a pedestrian now. Come on now.
Weapons
We
with an
got
S.
Will Fuller too,
Weapons with
Alex.
an
It
S.
just didn't work out. He
Pete,
got hurt.
Pete doesn't want to answer
It
the
didn't
question
work
because
out. He tried to get
because
Will
I'm gonna
Fuller
shut
for him
his-
too, man.
shut his stuff
Buddy,
down.
Alex, stop,
Alex, don't say
bro.
we didn't try to get weapons. We did go try to get weapons. It just didn't.
It just didn't work out. Right.
Bro,
It just didn't
And
work
who's
out. He
supposed
did
to
make the
Patrick,
attempt to get him as a
listen
fast
to
guy. It
me.
didn't catch.
Listen.
Tua broke his finger. What are you
Listen
talking
to my
about?
voice. Okay,
Tua broke
Alex?
his finger.
What up,
With
Vince for life?
Fitzpatrick,
Definitely
Gesicki
not
was
Tua.
with Fitzpatrick. Listen to this. With Ryan Fitzpatrick, Mike Gesicki, and Devontae Parker were heading towards the Pro Bowl. When Tua came in, they disappeared. And guys like Smythe and Durham and Shaheen
Last I
were
checked,
being your
actually,
favorite targets now. You guys were happy
was
with
Tua's
Smythe
favorite
and
target.
Shaheen staying and letting Gesicki walk. because Gesicki was
because
useless
Jim
with
Nance
Tua being
even said it
downfield.
during the telecast
Okay?
against Kansas
Stop
City
it.
that he loves tight ends in goal line situations. So I don't get that. What are you talking about?
Goal line situations. Hold on.
Tua
Our
loved
guys are
tight
not a
ends
threat
in
on the
goal line
goal line.
situations. Tua loved to pass the tight ends in goal line situations. So Gesicki was his favorite target, and so was Smite also in
Last
goal
time I
line
checked,
situations.
Waddle caught a bunch of passes inside the 5-yard line, and he scored on a
He's
couple
talking
of them.
about how Fitzpatrick.
So who's
How
really the
Fitzpatrick did.
target?
No, Crypto. He's talking
Don't
about how
treat Waddle
Fitzpatrick.
like soup sandwich. He was just as a threat as those so-called
No,
big tight
Crypto.
ends.
He's talking about 2020 before Waddle came in. He's talking about how Fitzpatrick made Parker and Gesicki all look good. Let me just say this. First of all, Fitzpatrick's a veteran. Okay, you can't compare a veteran to a rookie. So let's get one thing straight.
So you're saying Fitzpatrick's better than Tua?
I'm not saying Fitzpatrick is better than Tua. I'm saying you can't compare a veteran to a rookie.
Fitzpatrick was better than
That's not a question, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about? Alex, rookies come in the NFL and take veteran jobs all the time.
Not all the time, sir.
It's about
Not all the
performance.
time.
Argue with
It
Alexander.
doesn't work like
does
that.
it for himself.
Not fresh.
It
off the
doesn't work
injury.
like that all the time, Pete. Try again, sir.
Alex, you get me mad, bro. Your takes,
That's not
they get
hard.
me upset.
Tannehill came in and right away and took some jobs from veterans.
Hey, and that's saying a lot. I called Pete's takes idiotic, and he didn't get mad at me. And the fact that he's getting mad at Alex,
Tannehill
who's
took a
coming with
job
bad
from who?
takes.
But you want to
took a
let
job
me ask you
from
a
David
question.
Garage.
When Marino first came in, did Marino
Man.
start?
David Garage has been our
Guys,
starting
don't
quarterback. He
forget,
took a
Marino
job
did
from
not
him.
start right
Josh
away.
Allen is going to be the starting quarterback. Don't forget that.
All right, hey, hold up, guys. Andrevius, what's up, Andrevius?
man.
How are you,
What's
sir?
going on,
bro?
man?
Andrevius,
Andrevius is coming off the Twitter. Hey,
Andrevius, go ahead, man.
call your Twitter guys over here, Andrevius. Where's John Christolakis? All you Tuaneers on Twitter, bring it over here to YouTube, baby. This is where it's at.
John isn't even a Tuaneer. What are you talking about?
All y'all
Now,
Tuaneers
John
on
is
Twitter.
not. John is
out the
just.
spaces.
I don't know what John is at this point.
John is a Dolphins fan. That's for one.
John.
Yeah,
John,
well, yeah, he could say
John
that.
is
You can
still
say
on
that.
the fence about
He's
Tua.
on the fence now. Yeah, he's still on the fence
Amber's
now.
take.
He's ready to throw him in the trash bin after this year if he don't perform.
Yeah, pretty much.
Flip side, Fiston said Fitzpatrick was a 7th round draft pick.
So was Skylar Thompson. Oh my God.
Hey,
I'm telling you, going forward, anybody picked in the later rounds are going to be promising.
People
So
said
are
help
we
is
rolling
coming.
At the
with
quarterback position.
Skylar,
Don't pick those first round
Baker,
quarterbacks. They're all bums.
Who's the quarterback of the day, Pete?
Right now,
It's Baker
gas
Mayfield.
station stores
It's
hit
Baker
me up.
Mayfield.
No. The gas station stores hit me up. Greer is on the way to Indianapolis, finding a way to get Andrew Luck out of retirement.
Yeah. Okay.
We want Andrew Luck out of retirement.
Luck? Seriously?
Hey, what's up, thing I ever heard.
We need a little luck over here.
Hey, Pete, what you talking about this morning?
Andrew Luck.
I'm just mad,
With his
Finster. Like, I'm
concussions
mad.
and all.
These wobbly passes and these Tuaneers out here calling Tua doubters, Tua haters, and they're all with their chest pumped up out high on their channels, thinking Tua's done something on the field when really he's in a tank top and basketball shorts, and my 14-year-old nephew could throw a ball just like that.
Okay, no, I'm asking. I'm not being because I just jumped on, so I don't know where the narrative's at.
Cap for Life says Dre made it, bro, but Christolakis got radicalized, bro. Good luck to him.
Hey, Stephen D.
What's up?
He been radicalized. Dang.
Oh,
He been indoctrinated. Hey, we got Tua indoctrination classes going on at 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
When
I
I
got
collect my
savior
money
classes. Get you out of
this
the call.
afternoon, I'll send it to you. That 50, I promise you.
There we go. There, because you hit last night. You hit big. You won 1,000 on them boys last night.
What?
Let's go.
Call off work today and all.
Hey, but real talk, I need at least 10%. 10% finder's fee. 10%. So that 50, never mind. I'll let you do your thing. Do your thing.
Oh, no, we got game 2 coming.
He said, we got game 2 coming. Don't worry about it. Yeah, man, that was a
Hey,
good
the
game.
first half, man, scared me. I left. I was at the bar and I left.
I was
it don't
cussing.
look like I left the bar, but I left.
I was cussing people out on the stream last night. Y'all missed it.
I know, man. I should have hopped on, but it was too loud at the bar.
There was no Swear jar was not in effect last night. There was no
I'll,
swear jar.
I'll say this: if all the Boston fans are saying they won 3 quarters and Miami won 1 quarter, it takes 1 quarter to beat Boston. Come on, imagine if
without
they
2 of their
played all
best
4 quarters.
defenders, of
No,
course.
like I told
You
y'all
don't have the
yesterday,
continuity of your
Coach
team, then
Spo
it's
won
easy.
that game, bro. At halftime,
Yes, sir.
he came out with a totally different game plan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jason Tatum came out like he never played basketball before.
Confused.
They shut him down in the second half 100%.
Yes, sir.
It was looking like he was about to go off for 40.
Hey, and real talk,
He was
y'all
looking
missed last night.
fatigued in the second half.
Von Joe came out in a robe and had a drink, and boy, he looked like he was GQ. Boy, he was ready. He was
Are we
drinking
allowed to
last.
just come out and say it? Are we allowed to just say Spoelstra's the best coach in the NBA? Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Spoel's the best coach.
We can say it, but other people won't say it.
Spoelstra could probably take the Dolphins to the playoffs.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Steven, I gotta go. My other show's coming out.
What your other
Later.
show?
Roach, later.
There's
We're
a
not
special.
important.
There's a
not
UFO
important.
special today. I gotta watch it.
You don't like me, Roach?
Roach, you don't love us, Roach?
Unsolved mysteries, Roach. Unsolved mysteries.
I love you, Roach. Be good, bro.
All right, I'll be back. I'll see you guys.
Hey, Crypto, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's
Yo, man.
happening? You in the truck today?
I'm in the cop car.
Oh, okay.
P70, the old school P71s. You know how we do it.
He's got Nas.
Yeah.
He's got a bottle of Nas.
You gotta put some locks on the doors, man.
What's
gotta
up,
put a handle on it.
MCJB? What's up, MCJB?
Good morning. Good morning.
MCJB rocking that mic. Don't let your
morning, how you
mom. Your
doing?
mom's a Celtics fan, boy. It'd be crazy.
Man, I made her mad yesterday. I was talking my crap. To
Don't forget that Miami shut down Brown too until the 4th.
I like that. I like that.
Calling it right now.
Yeah, Brown was terrible.
And for those of you, who wanted James Bradbury, he gone. One year deal with Philadelphia.
Who?
James Bradbury.
1 year deal.
Yep. With
I don't even want him. His last name Bradbury.
Hey, that secondary is gonna be good. Philadelphia secondary is gonna be pretty
He
good.
signed a 1 year, $10 million deal.
With
We
Darius
don't need
Slay.
that though.
Wow,
we need to
10
put that
million,
10
not
million
bad.
towards the offensive line.
That's good money.
That is.
Man, we done everything perfect except we gonna leave a hole on the right side of the offensive line. I don't understand.
No,
I
Austin
don't
Jackson's
get
gonna.
it.
Austin
Hey,
Jackson's
Vince
gonna
for life.
fall
I
out
don't
this
think
game.
it. I don't think the right side is as bad as you think it is. To be
The
honest with
list
you,
is bad, but
because Robert Hunt locks that right guard position down, and the
Okay,
right
but we
tackle.
got one more position after that now. Don't forget
And you got
about
and you
that.
got the right tackle, which I think Austin Jackson's gonna have a bounce back year.
And
I
where's
think-
Pete? Oh, Pete's gone?
Damn,
Austin Jackson will.
I ask Pete his Tyreek Hill predictions. Like, if
No, but you got to think about depth, man. And I'm not putting the injury out there. I'm just saying.
if we're stuck with noodle arm Tua, what's
Yeah, Larry
Tyreek
McCollum too.
gonna look like this year? I need.
Hey, well, let me tell you something.
He's gonna look
All
like
these people
Santana
that love
Moss with
Tua
Champ
so much,
Pennington. He's still gonna be effective.
all these people that love Tua so much, if he does not ball with this roster, there is a problem.
Yeah, he'll be gone. Yeah, I admit that he'll be
Absolutely.
gone after this year.
Okay.
I'm okay
Now
with
he
that.
should ball, but my whole
He
thing
should
is
have.
Crypto, like you just said, he's gonna
like
have a
that.
successful season, right? That's what you just said.
I think he would have a
Yes,
successful
I believe so. I believe he will.
But
If he
shouldn't we
don't,
see
then
the Alabama Tua with the talent around him that he's got?
yes, we should see the Alabama tour. Yes, he got the same type of weaponry.
Okay. That's all I want to hear. I hope he does because, like, I mean, it'd be stupid for any Dolphins fan not to hope he does. I don't even know if that's called a Dolphins fan.
What up, Luis?
Mm-hmm.
What up?
Cut me off like that, Stephen D. I'm sending you
bro,
money
my
like
bad.
this, man. What's wrong with you?
My bad, bro. I was just saying what's up to Luis. Don't get
No,
me
go
like
ahead, man. Go ahead.
Louis, what's going on, Louis?
I'm playing. What's going on? What's going on, Liz?
He said, he said, boy, you interrupted me over here. What you doing? What you doing, cuz?
Let me get on the
He's on the
PA
road.
system, man. Go Heat.
Luis, man, what's up with you, man?
Ain't nothing, man. I've just been listening, man. Usually, like I said, I kind of woke up and I heard all this. What did Tua do now? Tua don't know how to tie his shoes. What we talking about today?
You're right, man. Tua don't know how to tie his shoes, and that's what it is
Right.
this morning. We over here breaking down film on him tying his shoes. Real talk.
Come on, man. Like all this OTA talk. I'm not saying that some of his throws have been perfect, but it's like, are we gonna? These guys are in shorts and t-shirts. Everybody look at. Are we gonna go out and say Xavier Howard had interception yesterday, so during the season he's gonna have? That means he's gonna have 17 of them. It's like, come on, man. It doesn't matter what these guys do, and like for Tua, at the end of the day, it's what people get mad about. I was on the stream yesterday. It's either you're too far left or you're too far right. Like you got to be somewhere in between, because anytime someone says anything about Tua, it's, oh, well, he didn't have an offensive line. Well, he didn't have a receiver. Well, he didn't have, well, sometimes, like I said, at Alabama, you got 5-star recruits, and then behind them, you got another maybe 5-star recruit or 4-star recruit. In the NFL, it's not like that. You might have, like we have Taron Armstead, great left tackle, but if he goes down, you're basically going to put in someone that might get Tua killed. So now it's on Tua has to elevate his play. You're not going to have perfect or surroundings around you all the time. So it's like, we got to stop making excuses for the kid too. Sometimes you got to perform if you don't have receivers that are separating, you got to make it happen. If your offensive line sucks, sometimes you just got to make it happen. And that's where people just got to be in the middle with Tua. You can't. It's not all Tua's problem, but we can't just say it's not Tua's problem either. Like you have to. That's what the problem is. We're never gonna get over this Tua situation because the people are just too far left or too far right.
Right.
If our wide receivers
There's a
don't
yin and
separate
yang
this
to
year,
everything.
we got a big problem.
Hello, everybody.
They didn't tie
And
their
if I
shoes.
slip and shit, my shoes are gonna stink. Why are y'all stating the obvious? What are y'all doing?
So are we off the air yards? Are we off the
You're
air
not
yards
allowed, Andrevius,
topic?
to say that. That's blasphemy.
Are we done with the air yards conversation?
Air
I
yards.
hope so, Vonjo. I hope so.
No, Vonjo, air yards is not important in this league.
Because I pulled up some stats on air yards last year of QBs that threw the longest air yards. And Peter's gone. Thank God. Thank God Peter's gone. But so it was the top 10. So we have Heineke, who had 58.4, an air yard pass touchdown. Jameis Winston, who we know has a strong arm, 59 yards. Russell Wilson had one of 59.37, 60.94, and 61.98.
Russell Wilson?
Yes,
Russell Wilson's known as an accurate deep ball thrower. That was his
he
forte.
has a cannon.
Yeah, he was known as that. That's what he does.
So our good friend Herbert also has 3 out of the top 10 with 59.86, 61.22, as well as 63.78. Lamar Jackson, my guy, 60.8, but he can't throw. That was air yards, by the way, not catch and run. This is pure air yards. Yep. And Baker Mayfield, number 1, 66.43 air yards.
Who's number 1?
Good thing Pete ain't in here.
What does that mean?
Don't tell Pete that. Stop
in the corner and find somebody that can throw the ball 60 yards.
But these are
what you're talking about.
This is 60-yard dimes. So the ball is traveling 60 yards to its target, then they're running the rest of the way with it. But this is 60 yards just to the target from where he threw it.
I'm saying, like, what does this got to do with Tua? Because he'll have to throw the ball 30 yards, run and catch it, and then throw it 30 yards again to reach 60.
But hold on. Here's the cool thing about this. This actually threatens DBs that your quarterback could actually take the top off and take it off accurately.
Now, I agree with you.
Two, Fins for Life, this was just off a conversation before where Alexander was mentioning air yards and who cares about air yards and things like that. who could throw it 60, 70, 80 yards on a rope. Apparently, there's a couple quarterbacks in the league. And if you haven't noticed, there's 1, 2,
I can't beat
3,
Patrick Mahomes on
What was
four.
what was Baker Mayfield's record last year?
Baker Mayfield's the longest air yards last year.
No.
thrown by
What was his record? What was wins losses? What was his record?
I think
What
they
does it
were
matter the
He
air
won 8
yards? What
games,
was the
didn't he?
record?
He won like 8 games,
Pete,
right?
Pete
Their
said,
defense was terrible.
Pete said, be right back, Tua ears. Miles Gaskins is still our best running back. And Tua getting praised by a wobbly ball this offseason. Biggest thing ever seen. Tua getting praised for wobbly balls is incredible. Shout out to Pete for his $10
Wow, Pete,
donation.
that's brutal.
Yeah, remember, the same people that will criticize Tua for the little underthrow will say that the good throws that he does in training camp don't matter. You can't have it both ways.
Exactly, Jubatron. Yep.
Hey,
It's all
I
garbage practice.
I sent you a message
None of it matters.
on
That's
Twitter
the point.
about a video.
Right, that whole point,
Everybody
Jubatron,
thinks
none of it matters. Right.
Don, you didn't answer my question,
All I'm
Vaughn.
saying
What
that there's
was
quarterbacks and
Baker
there's-
Mayfield's
If you
record?
want to pull it up and listen to it real quick.
I don't know. I don't follow Cleveland.
I'm going to let these guys go
His
for a little
record
while.
as a starting quarterback
All right, no
last year, or
problem.
just the Cleveland Browns record?
Because it backs up what I was saying earlier about the O-line and everything else, about how Tua actually did elevate his game when the O-line was bad.
Wait, what backs it up? Which one?
There's a video out there that
All right,
I
do
actually
you want it? All right, hold on. It's from where? Where is it from?
I'm not sure, but D1 did tweet, they retweeted. So
I can't play. I can play the audio of the video. I can't play the
okay,
video.
no, that's
itself.
fine.
All right, so here's what I'll do. Let me share the screen.
He retweeted when the O-line was playing bad versus when the O-line was playing good.
Hold on.
The funny thing behind that, our O-line actually started playing better in
Here.
the second
Here
half
we go.
of the season when we
This
started
is-
playing weaker teams.
This is a 2-minute thing, so let it play. Put yourselves on mute.
Percentage. He threw for 2,653 yards with 16 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in 13 games. I understand on paper that might not seem all that impressive, but you have to remember the Dolphins arguably had the worst offensive line in the league. The Dolphins O-line ranked dead last in almost every category. They allowed a league-leading 235 pressures and recorded the worst pass blocking efficiency score in the NFL. You don't think that impacted Tua's numbers? And the numbers would have been worse if not for Tua's mobility and his awareness to get rid of the ball. Yeah, he definitely could have had better numbers with guys like Mike Gesicki and Jalen Waddle around him, but there's really only so much you can do when you have to get rid of the ball as soon as it's snapped. I'm telling you, Tua is a lot better than his stats show. While he doesn't have the gun of Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford, not many QBs in the NFL do. But here's the thing. The Dolphins don't need him to have that gunslinger type arm. Tua can actually throw the ball deep downfield. He's quite mobile, and he can escape the pocket very well. If sports journalists actually watched the Dolphins last year, they would realize he had crap for an offensive line and quite possibly the worst play calling in the NFL. Brian Flores absolutely sucked as a coach. And obviously, Tua didn't have the weapons, not nearly the weapons that he's going to have this season. Mike McDaniel and GM Chris Greer have worked hard to surround Tua with the squad he needs. And you have to know that this year's offensive scheme will be nothing like what was run under that other guy. Did I say Brian Flores sucked as a head coach? Having a head coach like Mike McDaniel,
Meanwhile, you
that
still need his
truly
defense.
believes in him, is something that Tua hasn't had since Alabama. Stephen Ross and the entire Dolphins organization are letting it be known that they are going all in on winning this season. The improvement that the Miami Dolphins have made to both their roster and coaching staff shows that they have one goal in mind, and that's to win a Super Bowl. Dolphins loaded up with the addition of guys like Tyreek.
All right.
You want to talk about propaganda? My Lord, this is worse than Goebbels in freaking Germany. This is worse than Goebbels. I swear to God.
Are we done?
This is worse than Goebbels.
So you're saying outside?
You guys trying to have it both ways. You want to talk about the extreme of both sides.
One at a time.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
played that video. Hold on, Alex. I
I'm
played
sorry.
that video for you because I felt like that allowed you to get what you were trying to say out. Now I'm gonna let Crypto go, then Von Joe, then Alex. Crypto, go ahead.
Dude, this is worse than Goebbels. I'm telling you, this is you want to talk about propaganda on the highest level. The guy was trying to have it both ways. He says first that Tua, the pressures was the reason why, but then at the same time he wanted to say, well, his mobile ability is what got him around the pressure, so he got bad. Which one is it? Because the true metric is how you do against pressure, as to tell you what your intangibles is. Because I don't want to mention a quarterback. This so-called quarterback in Cincinnati had a very high rating while being pressured. That's at measuring apples to apples. What is the quarterback's rating while being pressured? That lets you know what he can do once he's pressured. But, of course, he has a bad offensive line, but other teams have bad offensive lines and pressures too. So what can you do once all things fall apart against you? Yeah, he was praising them and saying, well, he made the offensive line better by his mobility. But then why couldn't that mobility do something as far as on the scoreboard? But at the same time, you can't just have it both ways. He was trying to have it both ways in that thing, but yet throwing pie shots against the previous regime as if this regime right here wasn't born on third base by inheriting the previous regime's great defense. So you can't have it both ways and throw pie shots at the previous regime and not give him credit what a credit belongs, but yet you could still blame him for certain things. He's not blameless, but you're not going to yet inherit the defense that he built, keep all the players that he helped build and create, and yet try to say, oh, but he's terrible, but yet want to praise the incoming administration for all the things that what the previous administration did
couldn't do.
on the defensive side of the ball.
I got you. Von Joe, what's your take on it?
I'm going to keep this very simple. Alex, stay away from listening to Muppets. All right, people at the end. A Muppet is this inanimate objects that looks like some type of creature that has a hand up its arse and just is not talking. It's just, it's not really talking, but it looks like it's talking. Arse is not a swear jar. Right? Secondly, you saying that he's just a horrible, terrible head coach. He did have two out of the 3 winning seasons. Terrible head coach. All facts, terrible head coaches don't do that. Right?
If you say flow 3 times, you summon crypto.
Right? So that rebukes that as well. Secondly, you're mentioning about pressures. The RPO is actually made to invite pressure. That's just a fact. That's just one of the things about the RPO. Bait the linebacker. It's either going to come or it's not, and you figure out you're either going to run or you're going to throw. Third, fourth, he's not even going to mention that actually there are stats that show when Tua had more time in the pocket, he actually became less accurate and less effective.
Oh, guys, so I got it. So he's
when he had
right?
more time.
So you want him to be superhuman? Okay, Superman. You want to be Superman?
Again,
that's
Alex, you're not
what
listening. There go that selective hearing.
That's
when he had
what you
more
guys say.
time in the pocket, meaning he had no pressure, that he could sit there and dilly-dally, bake a cake, and then throw the ball. He was worse.
You can have it both ways. Okay. Here's the thing.
Am I on mute?
No, you're
not on mute. I heard
Okay.
exactly what you said, BJ.
So when he had more time in the pocket, meaning the offensive line did its job, he was worse. His numbers actually went down. These are facts. No. These are facts.
Guys, what's more important, stats or winning and losing?
Okay, so we just watch a video about
From
all
a team
stats.
perspective, that's more important. Winning, losing from a team
is what's
perspective.
more important. But David,
And I think that's all that matters. I don't care what anybody says. I think winning and losing is what matters.
Hold on, but David, we're
here's the
addressing a
thing.
video about stats.
Here's the thing. Tua's numbers were not great last year, and I'll be the first to admit that. Okay, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that what was built around him. Okay. Now, of course, everybody can say you can make excuses. Great quarterbacks overcome this, this.
Let me ask you one question.
But last I checked, Tua is only a second-year quarterback. A second-year quarterback that hasn't even played a full 16 games. Okay, I want you to name
2 years.
a second-year quarterback that overcame adversity. Okay, I want you to name me a second-year quarterback that overcame adversity around him and inside of him.
Alex, this is
Because there
Alex.
is
He
none.
hasn't overcame
Stop,
Alex,
adversity.
stop,
actually,
He hasn't.
actually,
He has
Alex, they
overcame
come
a
a
lot
dime
of
a
adversity.
dozen if you really
Alex,
do your
All right,
homework
you gotta
on
guys.
it.
stop
You know,
saying silly things, Alex, because
signing that
there was
$30
a
million
quarterback
contract
that
is
Christo,
just
real
came back
is real
from an
adversity.
ACL injury
he's
who went to
overcame
the Super
adversity as
Bowl.
far as health,
Please, you
but as
gotta
far
stop
as
saying wild
producing,
things.
Wow.
You
Hey,
gotta stop
no,
saying wild things.
no.
Alex,
hey,
this is why. Look, this is when I start sounding like I agree with Von Joe.
hey
That's when it
guys.
becomes a
Hey
problem.
guys,
Okay,
real quick.
you gotta know your role.
Hold on. Chef Zhu just did something.
Yeah, Chef Shu just donated $75 to the channel, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to
Let's
Chef
go,
Shu.
Chef.
Shout out to Chef Shu.
That's why I say
He
Chef Zhu's a
said,
real OG, triple
and
OG.
by the way, so he tripled his donations for the giveaway on Friday, for the autographed mini helmet of Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison. So yeah, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
150.
35.
Wait,
I'm doing it.
150, 225. He got 225 entries.
No, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Yeah,
15,
okay.
15 times 3.
45.
45. Yeah.
You got 45 entries into the giveaway
Nice.
on
Nice.
Friday.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you,
Nice.
Von Joe. I appreciate the donation, man. Thank you.
That's
See
respect, man.
that's awesome, bro. And by the way, again, if you donate to the channel at all this week, we are sending a portion of these funds to
Chef Zhu's
Buffalo
the man.
to help with the families that were affected in the tragedy this past weekend. So donate to the channel. Y'all somebody match or beat Chef Shu's $75 donation. Let's go. Appreciate
And
it.
thank you, Flipside Fishing, by the way.
Flipside Fishing said Alex Von Joe is 100% correct. There's plenty of film to prove it. Plenty of film.
Prove what?
That the more time Tua had, that he was actually like his effectiveness actually went down. His stats went down.
Well, that's
more
And that's how
terrible
that's how you
terrible.
compare apples to apples when you use that metrics.
Yeah, but you got to see who's on the
that's
field playing
terrible.
at
The
the
more
time.
time you got, hold up. The more time you got, the better you should be because you're sitting there surveying the field. You
But
give
that's not
Tom Brady
happened.
4 seconds.
That's
and
correct.
See what happens.
Capitalize.
I can't play that video.
Yeah, in theory, Fins, that should be. But Von Joe was pointing out that it wasn't.
Guys, who was on the field at the time? Who was on the field?
Who matters, dude? Who matters who's on the field?
Who's on the field?
Because they could have dropped passes. They could have done a lot of
My
stuff.
dead grandfather could have been on the field and he would have been effective.
Okay, so if someone's dropping passes or no, I'm
The
just
same people. Hold on, David.
you
the
got to
same
be
people that was on
both.
the
You got to
field,
be
I'm
logical
answering
on
your
both
question.
ways. You got to be both
I'm answering
ways.
your question. The
When
same
you
people that
donate,
were on the
I'll
field
play
when he
it
had more
because my
time was the
video
same
will
amount
get
of was the same
demonetized.
people on the field when he
Receivers,
had
guys,
less time.
receivers and running backs, not
It's the
offensive
same
line.
people. I'm talking the
How
same.
do
He
you
had the
know?
same weapons. The weapons didn't change last year.
Okay, then do they drop passes?
Because
Because what you got to look at the whole thing. You got to look at the whole thing, not just a
Oh
portion.
God, y'all keep making them. Y'all got you, man.
Wait a minute,
You guys keep
Miami
making
Dolphins
excuses for these
receivers, I
Samoan
think, had the
Muppets.
least amount of drops as far as percentage wise.
No.
They were like in the
They
top
did
10
say
with the
the
least
most.
amount of drops.
These are not. Hold on. These stats are not based on if the ball was dropped or not. It's based on what Tua did. And wait, if the ball was dropped,
Now,
does it count
I
against
get it.
him?
Now I get it. Okay, now I get it.
The same receivers that he had. What are you guys
Matt
not
Collins was
listening?
your number one receiver.
Waddle didn't miss any games.
Yes, he did. He missed one.
Oh wow!
Okay, one game.
Whoa, well, that's gonna change.
That's
Matt
a big
Collins-
accomplissment
Matt
for a
Collins
wide
was your
receiver
number
in a
one
Dolphins
receiver.
uniform. You do realize that.
Your starting receivers
So
were
you're saying,
Jalen Waddle and Matt
Those
Collins.
stats
And Matt Collins.
those stats are not based
So
on
what you're
one
saying,
game.
listen. So what you're saying to me is because everybody was the same.
God, man.
So hold on. Everybody was the same on
Oh,
the
so
field.
Vonjo expects Tua to be Superman. That's exactly what he
No
expects.
one wants him to be
everybody was the
Superman.
same.
No one's
Listen,
Superman.
Alex, enough. Alex, enough. Let me
definitely
talk.
don't expect him to be
Everything
Superman.
and be a great quarterback.
I see that he's
Overcome
brittle.
everything.
Superman
You
doesn't
expect
get
to
hurt.
overcome everything, right?
Alex, okay, Alex.
Alex, you're turning.
Alex, let me say something here.
No, Drew,
My
because
point
you're
is-
not you don't believe in Tua either, Drew. That's I already know that.
Here
For a fact.
it is, guys. You heard it first from Alex. I'm a Tua hater now. I'm a Tua hater. Alex, you're not a Tua hater. You're just saying wild things.
Alex, get out of your feelings. It's a game, bro.
No, I'm not. I can't take people that's just
Alex.
no. You can't
No
make
holds
these.
barred for
You can't make
Alex
these
this morning.
outlandish
Here's the thing: you guys expect Tua to overcome all the adversity and be a top 5 quarterback.
Alexander,
No,
So-
no one's saying you need to
Alexander
do that.
Rodriguez,
We just
you're not listening, sir.
What's the matter,
This
buddy?
is when everything around him worked and everything was
Okay.
good. He didn't
Okay,
have no
Von Joe,
adversity.
let me see if I get Von Joe. Let me see if I get this right, because I want to get it right. I don't want to just say anything. So my point is that you have to look at the whole entire. Like, if he had all his players at the beginning of the season, and maybe 2 of the players that he didn't have at the beginning, and you got to take all of it into account, not just what people say, not just stats, winning, losing, 7-game winning streak. You got to take everything. You can't just take everything and just muffle it up. You have to take everything into account.
So we have to take everything into account to both sides.
Exactly. That's my point.
So again, here's the thing, David. This is the NFL. This is not college where you can sit there and recruit a whole bunch of 5 stars that go against people that don't have against a 5 stars. Guess what? Everybody in the NFL is damn near a 4 to 5 star, right? They know how to do their job. They know what they're doing out there on the field.
What I'm saying is, I agree with you. I'm not saying I just make sure. I'm just trying to say balance everything out and make sure everything's included.
This is me being balanced, because at the end of the day, your weapons are going to get hurt. Your weapons are not going to play all 17. So when on those games that the weapons
are not better than your second, or your second strings are not better than your first strings, is what I'm saying.
But so now, if the weapons aren't there, we're going to sit there and say, "Oh well, we lost that game just because Tyreek, he stubbed his toe."
That's what people do. That's what people do.
Exactly, but at the same time, what happened to him as a quarterback that sits there and says,
"He went on a 7-game win streak.
He
went on a 7-game win streak."
I think the defense went on a 7-game win streak.
Hey, how much of that win streak do you put that you give to the defense percentage wise?
I say 50,
90.
50%.
No. Let's get one thing straight. The
90%.
Not the defense.
Oh, God,
the Miami
I was just talking
Dolphins.
blasphemy.
That was 90%.
Miami Dolphins won the game. Miami Dolphins won the
jumping
game.
around like a frog, man. Answer the question.
The Miami Dolphins game. You are right, Alexander. The Miami Dolphins won the game. 70 to 80% of it was predicated by the defense.
Team.
I want to talk about Von Joe.
You're right.
Von Joe.
What happens?
Right, but the question was, what percentage was belonging to the defense?
Unbalanced team.
Thank you, Crypto.
We were an unbalanced team. That's what we were. We were an unbalanced team that predicated on our defense.
Why can't y'all just say that y'all like Tua?
The defense didn't win the first.
No, everybody.
7 games, right?
I'm gonna Alex. I'm gonna tell you once again.
I admit that y'all don't want Tua to succeed. Come on now.
No. We want Tua to succeed because he's the quarterback. You got to realize. No.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm going. Bill me afterwards. I don't care
Hike that bill
who the
up,
quarterback is. That's what you don't understand, Alexander. I am my logo over everything and everybody.
Oh,
right.
no,
Close.
No question about it.
It's just critiques about the quarterback. It's not hate.
But here's the thing.
We want him to succeed.
If Tua's the starting quarterback, I'm going to back Tua as the starting quarterback as the Miami Dolphins.
No. See, that's the
Okay,
issue.
I will back
Tua's my starting quarterback. This is where we differ.
And I would defend him.
Hold on. This is where we differ. If Tua's my starting quarterback, I am going to back him. But if he's playing like trash, I'm going to sit there and say, yo, my starting quarterback is playing like trash. We need to upgrade.
Exactly.
Can we say that Brisket was not better than Tua?
Other people will sit there and say, hey, our quarterback's playing like trash, but it's not his fault. It's this, and this.
Von Joe, can we say that Brisket was not better than Tua?
Brisket was not better than Tua.
Okay, that's all I
say.
So,
Brisket's delicious. I love brisket.
Brisket was not better than Tua.
So hungry.
Hold on. The people that say that Brisket is absolutely trash, I said he is absolutely trash in this RPO offense. Brisket is not an RPO quarterback. He is way too slow, way too stiff to be an RPO quarterback.
Right, that's not his.
So that goes to what does that go to coaching? Correct?
No, it doesn't go to coaching. That goes to bad. That goes to bad personnel.
Yeah, the personnel and the system they running.
The coaching should have changed it for Brisket, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they did change
No.
Yes, they did.
They
Forrest
should
came
have
out and
changed
said
it.
it.
No.
Good
If you,
coaching,
if you, if,
good
if coaching,
coaching
hold on,
makes
because
adjustments. Good coaching makes
coaching cannot make you
adjustments.
faster.
Yeah.
Coaching cannot make you
No,
can't
no.
make you can't
Good
make you more
coaching
fluid.
makes adjustments and the play for
What, play calling?
all of it, not just
So
play
Let's
calling,
give you a
all of
big
it.
shout
David,
out,
this is the
Chef
thing.
Sue, about
No.
5 minutes ago. Thank you, Chef Sue.
Coaching for one player makes it tricky. So that's why I actually like what McDaniel did,
Let me
where
listen,
he brought
McDaniel
back
hasn't
people.
done
Vonjo.
Hold on.
anything yet.
Vonjo, listen to
No,
me.
hold on.
I
You guys are
play.
not listening.
Listen,
He did this where our quarterbacks are interchangeable, where you don't have to change your
Right.
system. You don't have
We
to
didn't have to
change it.
change the
For
system.
Brisket and
listen.
Tua,
He
This
you
is
have to
wouldn't got a
not
change
system
that
that could
professional.
shit.
of
Listen,
And
quarterbacks
now,
that
let
could
me just
work
say
that
this.
one
This
system.
is not
You think that's
professional.
something special?
Let me say this. This is not professional, but I coached at the YMCA 13 and 14 years old. Every year, listen to me. Every year, I had a different team, and all 3 years I won the championship. If they can't do that, this is with 13 and 14 years old. These are professionals. If they can't do that, then they're garbage.
Facts.
no, you can't say
Not
that.
everybody is a Don Shula. Don Shula, Belichick was only able to do stuff like that, and Tomlin. It's
Listen,
only
you're
but
the Don
three
Shula of
coaches in the last
YMCA,
50
but you
years
Crystal,
that
are
can't
was
you
able to
calling
do
me a
that.
goat in coaching? Is that what you're doing?
you like the Don Shula
Well,
of
perhaps.
YMCA, then, but you can't.
Undefeated.
So I'm
Look,
garbage
I'd like to say
when it comes
something.
to
Hold on.
coaching, but I'm just telling you.
I wanna extend an olive branch to Alex because we've been dogpiling on him. Okay, Alex, you say that we all hate Tua. You know I don't hate Tua. I know you're just in your feelings because I'm coming at you today too. But listen, you say that because he's your quarterback, you're going to support him, and good. I support Tua. He's my quarterback, and if somebody else is talking about that's my quarterback, I can talk bad about him, but you can't, right? So if there's another fan base talking bad, I'll go and defend him. But this is the thing, Alex. Do you think Jesse Davis was bad at his job?
I thought Jesse Davis at that point. I thought Jesse Davis was actually a horrible left tackle.
He's the worst, right? You want to get rid of him?
I said up until last season he was a serviceable guard at
I
best.
said he was a backup on any other
But
team.
Alex, that's your tackle.
Yeah, exactly. He plays for your team. Yeah.
You can't. You got to support him, Alex.
Right. Exactly.
That's right,
Cause my
Alex.
quarterback to get injured.
No, but Alex, that's
No, but you got to
he's a
support
You
him.
got to support
Cause
your
my quarterback to
team, the
get injured.
Miami Dolphins, the logo, baby.
But this is again.
I
This is the point
I
that
supported
Alex,
him when he
the point
played
that
for the
I'm trying
team.
to get to you is that none of us dislike Tua. None of us hate Tua. None of us don't want Tua
No, but y'all just don't believe in him.
But it's no, I didn't. You didn't hear me say that either. It's okay to criticize players on your favorite team. It doesn't mean that you don't like them or you don't care about them. But we all spend money, right? I see Vonjo with the hat. I see Steven with the hat. Okay, we all spend money on this team, and when you spend money and you don't see what you like on the field, you're allowed to criticize the team. That's okay. It doesn't mean that you hate the team or you don't like them or you want them to fail. That's not what those things mean. The problem is that you like Tua a lot. Okay, I like Tua a lot too. He's very likable. He's great on camera. Okay, he kisses babies. He does the whole thing.
Drew, I agree with you, Drew. But the difference is that when you call names like noodle arm, you're not being objective.
When you say
that's just
noodle
an
arm,
adjective to describe arm strength. That's not being. That is being objective. That's just an adjective for arm strength.
he does not have a strong arm, and it's in the bottom of the league.
Okay. But
Tua
you
does
can say he
not
doesn't have a strong arm. Noodle arm means a derogatory name.
But
You can
Alex,
say he doesn't have a strong arm.
You can't poo-poo on people's opinions when look, we've all seen on the field. We've seen Tua underthrow balls. Like it's not people are not making up this assumption that look, maybe he's lost a little bit of the zip on his ball. You watch the film and you can see it, Alex. You know me. I come here. I defend Tua. Guys like Bonjo.
I saw this kid after the injury throw it 60-yard with a flick of the wrist. Right.
Wait, what?
Look at her wrist.
And I saw a dime. And I saw a dime to Devontae
Get some positivity going
with the flick of the wrist. And I saw a dime to Isaiah Ford in the jet game with the flick of the wrist. And it landed right there.
Alex, for as many of those throws, there's twice as many that he threw the ball in the dirt or that when he's on the run. Again,
Drew,
a lot of those
Drew.
could be injury related.
And I saw
Bro, stop making so much sense, man.
Go to swear jar because damn all that.
Against the Patriots.
Where did you see a flick of the wrist? Was he
Oh,
whipping up
in
coke?
the Jet game to Devontae Parker?
Was he whipping up coke on the sideline?
No,
What?
did you? That was actually one of the.
Man, Joe, that's a bit rough on Joe. That's a bit rough.
Listen, I have never seen him do this and it just goes. I see him cut back and use his hope. And again, that's his throwing motion. He doesn't flick of the wrist. He's not a flick of the wrist quarterback. We're not going to do this.
Oh, so you want to go back to watch the time to Devontae Parker?
This is where I get upset. He is not a flick of the wrist quarterback. That's what we always talk about. That when
but I've seen him underthrow a 10-yard out.
He doesn't do anything consistent.
Well, Fitz, that has happened before also, but he's also threw long
was not
passes.
solid. When he got that hip injury, his base was not solid. So
the problem is he doesn't do nothing
him.
consistent, and he makes a lot of mistakes. He's a young quarterback. The problem is he's not consistent. Let's see if he's consistent.
That's correct. He's not consistent, David. That's correct,
That's what it is.
Why don't you go back and watch the Jet game in Miami?
Rodgers
is
a quarterback.
The one that led to the first touchdown drive.
Alex, let me say this. Hey, y'all, let me say this to Alex real quick. Hey, Alex, you got to realize the reason why Tua is still our quarterback is because of such a high approval rating. It's no different from Kim Jong-un. He has the same approval rating. Listen, he would be off the team if he was a bad rated quarterback.
He has to have the same approval rating. If it doesn't, he'll be killed.
The same approval rating of Kim Jong-un, and it's no different. He is very well liked in his community.
You have to. They'll kill you if you don't.
The reason why Tua is still the quarterback because he hasn't been the problem in the last 2 years.
Exactly, he hasn't. But guess what? He hasn't been the solution either.
I think he has been the solution.
Who said he hasn't been? You're right. You're right. If he was the solution, we wouldn't even have this conversation.
Hold on.
No. Hold on. If he was the solution to the quarterback problem, would we be having this conversation 2 years later, or keep blaming everybody else?
No,
because people are too
but
blind.
It's enough support in the fan base to make Greer queasy about going after Deshaun Watson.
Because people don't.
Anybody who's going after Deshaun Watson is Tua as your quarterback.
Oh, no question
right,
about
but
it.
the fan base made our general manager queasy. That's why he didn't pull the trigger.
If Baker Mayfield's your quarterback, you're going after
It's the fan base is the reason why Tua is our quarterback.
Yes,
sir.
You
got to realize that, Alex.
I've been wanting to ask you this. Baker right now or Tua?
Tua.
I already know the answer because I know you.
Tua over Baker any day of the week.
Based on history, if it was Baker or Tua, we was going with it, then we become the Cleveland Browns.
No, but I'm saying with this roster, who would you rather have at quarterback starting week 1? Baker or Tua?
Tua.
Okay.
Tua now. Right, Tua right now.
But why do you say Tua right now?
Because the reason why I would say Tua over Baker because we seen what Baker's result is with good weapons. We haven't seen what Tua's result with good weapons. That's the only difference. I'm not saying that Tua is better than Baker. I'm just saying because only we have the sample size from Baker already. If we didn't have the sample size from Baker already, I would choose Baker.
Good point, Crypto.
Tua, but y'all, you laughing. You laughing with what's it? Oh, VJ, Von Joe. You laughing, but Tua's best year. Hold up, no, with all respect, sir, but his best year was his first year.
No, brother, I'm not.
Y'all not realize that?
No offense for life. I'm laughing at what was said in the comments section.
Okay, but listen.
But listen, I
always go back to what's Tua's best 2 games. Arizona, his first year, right? And
Arizona.
That's not good, bro. That is not good if you're going backwards. And you're getting healthier and going backwards. Or supposedly getting healthier.
Right, that's fair. But Baker only loses because we saw what Baker did with the same amount of skills around them. But had we not seen what Baker was in Cleveland and it was just mano a mano, then Baker would be the choice.
But let me hit you with this. Okay, let me hit you with this. Hold on, I got some pushback. So if that's the case, I want to see Baker with good coaching like Mike McDaniel Oh, see, so it's all excuses.
Man, this is crazy.
You know what I mean? Did Cleveland Brown
I'd rather
fans
see
give
Lamar
any
Jackson with Mike.
excuses?
I'd rather see Lamar Jackson with Mike
Oh
McDaniel.
man, they go swapping it
Here
up.
it is for me.
Swapping it up.
Let me give you my perspective why I would take Tua over
Switching
Baker,
gears.
right? Because I feel like we've seen
Where's Chucker at?
Baker's ceiling to some degree, right?
You're right.
Right, that's what I
kinda
was
know
getting
what
at,
to expect with Baker.
Jubatron.
But
How you know it's his ceiling? How you know he
had
has
I'll
4
say
years
this.
with
I will say this.
top 10
Tua is a lot mentally stronger than Baker Mayfield.
No, I'm not going to go to mentally
seen
strong
Baker.
argument because Deshaun
You don't
Watson was
you don't
already
go
on his
to a
way in the
press
door.
conference and say, "I'm just gonna call the play. Whatever play's called, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care."
You guys
That's
are
just the
really
way it's
hung
gonna
up
be.
on words of a rookie quarterback. You gotta chill on those.
That was his second year, by the way, Drew.
No, that was the end of year one where he said that he's not going to go out and.
But you don't ever say that if you're a dog.
He's a
If you're a
rookie
dog,
quarterback.
I know a lot of dogs. 'Cause I'm down here in Miami. We breed dogs. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
Maybe that's what it is. Tua doesn't fit the. Maybe,
Here's the thing.
Maybe
With
Tua
Tua,
doesn't fit
there's
that
a
Miami
potential.
lifestyle.
There's potential.
Maybe he ain't a
There's
dog.
a potential that he could be
Maybe
great.
he a puppy.
There's a potential that he could be trash.
Be a puppy.
Right,
I'd
but
rather
since
get
we've
that
seen Tua
than
at the
know that I'm
college
gonna
level
get
with
average
weapons,
with Baker.
that's why Tua edges him out at the pro level at this point.
I'm telling you, maybe
Because
this
we've
is the
seen him
issue,
with
man.
weapons.
Crypto, I'm telling you, the issue is that Tua doesn't fit that Miami mentality, that Miami brand. Maybe that's it.
That's why he
What do you
is
mean Miami
we have
brand?
not
That Dade County brand.
Yes, we have not seen the season.
Maybe he doesn't have that Dade County brand. That
Yeah, but this year Tua would know because he finally has the Alabama style weapons. If he don't, then we can pound the table for Baker after this year if Tua don't do it.
Listen, man, Joe Burrow got that Dade County brand. He got that swag. He walking
Yeah,
and
but
talking.
okay, and Joe Burrow didn't even have the athletes that Tua had in college, and he had a bad leg injury, knee injury, whatever.
I love me some Joe Burrow attitude, man. I love
Well,
Joe Burrow's attitude.
he had a 22nd ranked offensive line. You forgot about that.
Typing up a paper?
And he had a
You
lot.
also forget about the
level two dude.
He was sacked 67 times.
Level
Level
two
noob
has been on it, bro.
Since last night. He has been on one.
And it kind of feels like this.
Oh God, I love
Shout out to level two dude.
I love level 2 noob, man.
Level
But
2 dude,
I feel like I'm arguing in circles because
I'm gonna make it.
y'all got me arguing in circles, man.
Who's doing work in the background?
I don't know who's writing a paper.
Somebody's typing.
Y'all got me arguing in circles, and I'm sick and tired of this.
All right, hey,
conversation.
what I want to do real quick is kind of hit the reset button before we start doing final thoughts of the day. But I need Von Joe to do it. Go, Von Joe.
Jeez, hold on. I got to get my mind right. Hold on. Let me get off that merry-go-round that level 2 noob had us on. Guys, listen. We just had 2 hours and 42 minutes of. Jeez, we were going back and forth with Monday about Tua for 2 hours and 42 minutes. I don't know, Steven. I don't know if they're gonna donate like they're supposed to. But guys, ain't nowhere else you're gonna go ahead and get quality conversations like this about our Miami Dolphins, our fan base coming together and literally having, I think it was like 3-4 different opposing sides all coming together and meet in the middle and say, hey, we just want our team to win at the end of the day. Yeah. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, we just want our team to win. And so let's donate $5. Only $5, and you get an entry for a mini helmet, and it's a real nice mini helmet too. Look at those colors. You got that orange and that aqua. That's like a hyper aqua.
Yeah, that thing is fire, right? It's fire.
Like a metallic.
It's like a metallic.
I mean that thing is clean. And again, this is 2 players that was part of our no pass zone defense. Do you guys remember that, our no pass zone defense?
I remember it. The
quarterback won't dare throw the ball because it's going back the other way.
I remember.
Alexander, you got so much background noise, Alexander. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
You got 2 players that took the time to sign 1 mini helmet. Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison, who is also part of this coaching regime.
Both of them are.
Both of them are still part of this coaching regime.
It's kind of awesome.
And they got it signed, guys. The drawing is on Friday. You have today, tomorrow and Friday is the drawing for you to go ahead and donate. And a part of all proceeds are going to what to help out that Bills Mafia, right? And what happened there, that tragic accident that happened there. I'm not even gonna call it accident. I'm gonna say that tragic situation.
Tragedy,
that happened there.
tragedy, dude.
Right.
Real quick. Let me just talk about that real quick because I need people
ahead,
to
brother.
realize a couple things. So, I do this on a day in day out basis. I love my team. I love the squad. I ask for donations a lot. Don't get it twisted. But look, y'all, we came together for the Surfside tragedy, and we were able to help donate and help victims out with that. And that was the most money we ever raised in 1 week. We need to do it again. I need y'all to dig deep down because I want to be able to give a big donation to the Buffalo community, to the victims, to the families, because I spread, what is my name? Spread kindness, positivity, and love. And there needs to be more of that in this world. And so that's what I try to do. Wild It Out Wednesday, Mortal Kombat Wednesday is its own thing. But it's all love here. It's all love to all these people on the panel. Seriously. And so, yeah, man, like it's a big deal. So, I mean, look, I do the weekly giveaway every week, but this week's got a little bit more of a factor into it because we want to show, Dolphin Nation, let's show Bills Mafia Nation that we can love each other and help each other and be brothers and sisters in this. And that's what we need to do. We're all fans. And that's what we need to do. So I will let my man finish taking over. So how do they do it, Vonjo? You're on mute, Vonjo. Let me take you off mute. Take yourself off mute.
There we go. You have the $sign right there where you could donate via super chat or super sticker. $5 get you one entry, and they say, hey, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yep.
So you got to be in it to win it, right? Yep. But also, the person that actually been winning lately is the person that been donating the most.
Yep. So Chef Jude donated $75 today.
So get some skin in the game, right?
Yep.
So also, if you donate via Cash App or PayPal, your donations are actually doubled.
Yep. True story.
BOGO, buy one, get one free. And if you donate $50 or more,
like Chef Jude,
it's actually tripled. So that's buy one, get two free.
Yep. So Chef Jude got it. He got it right now.
Exactly. Chef Jude got all type of skin in the game. So, hey, man, I always say let's support our local folks and let's go out here and make it happen. And also support a great cause.
My man, that well said, Vonjo. Well said. I hope they listen to you, Vonjo, because they ain't listening to me. Yeah, shout out to Vonjo. Shout out to Vonjo.
Hey, Vonjo. Shout out to Vonjo, man. Shout out to Vonjo, definitely.
Why we do that?
That is awesome, man.
Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do final thoughts of the day. We will start with who should I start with? Let's go with Luis. Luis, final thought of the day, sir.
Steven, as always, thank you for having me on. Everybody on the panel, great show. Only reason I come on these panels, or especially with you, Stephen D, is because I think your morning show is very educational. So what did we learn today, fellas? We learned that Tua can only succeed if this goes, I guess, for anybody in the NFL, I guess, is just, you can't succeed as a quarterback unless you have the greatest offensive line, the greatest receivers. A coach can't make a mistake. Everything just has to be perfect. We watched Joe Burrow be in the Super Bowl last year coming off an ACL injury, the 22nd ranked offensive line, but he had everything. And the year Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City played Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl, that was considered one of the worst offensive line. I mean, Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl they said he ran like 350, 400 yards backwards.
400 yards, yeah.
Because his offensive line was horrible. But guess what? He was in the Super Bowl. So this is the problem. Again, we keep making these excuses for Tua. Oh, well, the wide receiver don't separate. The offensive line was trapped. Well, it's like Alexander, and I love Alexander. I think Alexander brings, we need more Alexanders in this community because he is Mr. Positive. I'm not saying he's a homer. He's just everything's positive about the team. So when he makes comments like, this is why I think, Alex, you get so much pushback, because when you say, oh, well, go back and look at the Jets game. Well, yeah, you're picking out specific plays that Tua had well, but I guarantee you if I go back all 17 weeks, I could find some couple plays where Jesse Davis didn't get beat. Are we going to say that Jesse Davis was a good quarterback or a good right tackle, left tackle? I mean, so we can't say that. When we talk about Tua, it's just about the consistency. I've never once said Tua can't throw a deep pass. I never once said he wasn't accurate.
Right.
What I'm saying is he just doesn't do it as much as we need him to do it. And that's not because of the offensive line. That's not because, to Von Joe's point, like Von Joe is right. When he has the time, he's still doing checkdowns. He's not scanning the field. He's not throwing shots. And we, like, to Alex, again, when you say comments about, oh, well, look at this play and look at this game. Well, there was plenty of games where Waddle was streaking down the sideline and Tua didn't throw it. You know, and he had time. So when we talk about Tua, it's not like, I want the kid to succeed. I think that with the way our team is built and us having 2 first-round picks and stuff, if Tua can succeed and be our franchise quarterback, it's just going to make our team better. So I didn't give a damn if it was Matt Moore, Tua. Von Joe could be my quarterback. With the arms that Von Joe got, I wish Von Joe was my quarterback. But it's just
That's a good one.
It doesn't matter to me.
That's classic, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
There
matter
you
to
go.
me it doesn't matter who's the quarterback. We want the Dolphins to be great. And if Tua can make that happen, it's great. But we just need to see more. So just criticizing Tua is the same way, like, we have to keep the same energy. When we criticize Flores, I mean, we listened to a guy that said Flores sucked. Well, how did he suck? He had, in the last, 20 years, he's had the 2 back-to-back winning seasons. So, and Flores didn't get no help to Tua. It was sabotage. Well, how the hell is that? Because to Crypto's point, you need defense to win. Like, let's say Tua was balling last year with Flores and averaging 30, but our defense was giving up 35. What does everybody say? Oh, Flores didn't help Tua because the defense was trash? Like, no, man.
Exactly.
So you can criticize anybody, Alex. That's what I'll leave you with. Like, anybody on this team can be criticized. That's not saying that we hate them or we don't want them to succeed. It's just we need to see more, and Tua falls under that category. And I love y'all, man. Steven, again, thanks for having me on. Crypto, you the dude. Von Joe, keep it up, homie, and everybody on the panel, man. Salute, man.
Hey, Luis, you owe a couple dollars to the swear jar. Pay up. Pay up.
Hey, Steven, one more thing. Hold on. I can't let you go. Let's go, Lightning.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was, Lewis. I was asking where you was at last night, Lewis.
Whatever your swear jar is, double it. Double it.
I knew. I was wondering where you was at last night, Lewis, when they were doing it.
I expect a $10 donation to the channel right now, Luis, with that ridiculousness. We don't care about Tampa over here. We're not about that lightning life.
Steven, let me go next. I'm gonna make this real quick and smooth.
When we have the boat parade, when we have the boat parade, everybody's invited.
See, that's why I got kicked you off. Got kicked you off.
Get him a boat.
Let me go next. Let me just make it real quick and smooth, guys.
You ordered the swear jar this morning.
Love you guys. Love you all. Oh yeah, for sure. I told Chef Ju to send me the bill.
Chef Ju, what's his bill, Chef Ju?
What I always say is, guys, do not let your emotions cloud your judgment and make you just be objective to certain sides. All right? Don't let your emotions just run you. All right? Let's take a moment and think with clarity and evaluate both. Listen to both sides and make a clear evaluation of the data and the facts that are being presented to you. But remove your emotions, because your emotions will sit there and lead you astray. All right? They always sit there and say, hey, one of the things that will get a great GM fired is you going off emotions and saying, hey, you know what? He had potential, right? Potential get GMs fired all the time. So, guys, I mean, at the end of the day, we want the team to be great. We want our team to, I need a Super Bowl. I've invested a lot of years into the Dolphins. Over 30 years, I need a Super Bowl. Okay? I'm sick and tired of watching all these other teams win Super Bowls and celebrate and have all type of parades. And you know, we watching this parade on TV, on ESPN and whatever, and I have to turn it off because, you know, I get into my emotions and get all tight. And the fact that all we got to lean on for the past 20 years is, well, we're the only team that went undefeated. I said I was going to make this quick, but I just got on the soapbox. I'm going to get off it now because I don't want to keep going. At the end of the day, guys, is the logo of everything. Fins up. Donate to the channel. Let's support our local content providers. And, hey, see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, big guy. Appreciate it,
That's
man.
no
Good, Bon Joe.
All right, Bon Joe.
All right, let's go to David. David, final thought of the day.
All right, I agree with what Lewis said, and I agree with what Von Joe said. So now, tomorrow morning, you need to put hashtag David for quarterback for the Miami Dolphins because I can throw 10 yards.
David Woodley? David Woodley?
Exactly.
I can throw 10 yards. So
Good
you need to
point,
put
David.
hashtag David for quarterback.
You got
There
a
you
good
go.
you got a good 10 yards in you. I got you.
At 48 years old, probably got 5 yards, but I can still still try to get 10.
I ain't mad at you. I got you.
We can
All
make
right,
that
guys. You
work.
guys have a good rest of the day, and God bless you. Take it easy. Love you guys. Take care.
Appreciate it, David. All right, let's go to Alexander. Final thought of the day, Alexander.
Guys, I just want to say, you guys are awesome. Being up here with the panel, I enjoy.
Well,
I
you
enjoy
took
having
you
these
took the
debates with
entire
you guys,
took the entire
'cause
panel on by yourself, Alexander. You took everybody on.
I took it by myself, but I also take it to heart too about a lot of these things. And I'm sorry if I let my emotions get the best of me. I just believe in the kid. I believe in the kid. I think he's a good kid, and I believe in him. That's why I believe in him, because of how good of a kid he is, and I think he could succeed. But we'll definitely see how it comes this upcoming season. Like I've been on board to saying many times. If it doesn't work out, then it's time to move on. And that's just all I can say. And I'm at the end of the day, I'm a Dolphins fan, not a Tua fan. Not just a Tua fan, but a Dolphins fan. I've been a Dolphins fan since I was in diapers. So it's just at the end of the day, you guys are awesome. Steven, thank you very much for having you guys. And again, I want you guys to stay safe with the tragedy in Buffalo. Shout out to everybody in Buffalo. My blessings are with you guys out there. And my condolences to every single one of you guys, everybody out there. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed, and everybody on the panel as well. Stay safe, stay blessed, and your families as well. Hug your kiddos tight tonight.
No doubt, man. I agree. All right,
Yep,
brother. Be good,
Alexander.
man.
Good one,
Good night,
Alexander.
guys.
Yep.
Alexander, I like that, man. Hug your kids tonight. I
Yep.
like it. I like it. All right, let's go to Fins for Life.
Stephen D, appreciate it. Everyone, respect y'all. Everybody says we got to come together with Tua. It ain't never gonna happen. I don't even care if we go to the first round of the playoffs. They're gonna say we should have went to the second round. But the whole thing is, we need to come together, realize there's more to it than that. But first of all, man, we got to donate on that helmet. Talking about, you think we got a good secondary now? The best secondary in the world, signatures on that helmet. So you got to donate and get this helmet. That helmet's fire. And God bless everybody in Buffalo. And fins up. Let's all get along.
I like
You never know when the last day is the last day. But hey, off that note, good to see y'all. Respect. Till the next time. Fins up.
All right. Be easy, Fins for Life.
Yes, sir. Hey, I got you. I got you later.
All right, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Rashad. Rashad, final thought of the day. Take yourself off mute, Rashad. Got to take yourself off mute. Rashad. Rashad, are you there? Are you there, Rashad? Drew, I don't think Rashad's there.
Going once? Going twice?
Rashad had a mic drop.
He's
Rashad
speechless.
He's
He's
gone.
speechless.
Crypto,
Yep.
final thought of the day, Crypto.
Man, Stephen D, good show. The morning Joe in my cup is Stephen Joe. That's the best part of waking up.
Try, baby.
Listen,
I
good
try,
show.
Crypto.
Good show last night. I was semi trolling y'all on the Heat, but it's all good. But you guys we had fun last night on the stream, and then this morning capped it off again. So it was pretty good to open up with Pete and to end it with Alex. Oh man, that's classic. I mean, you want to talk about the balance of the extremes. It was perfect. It was all good. To start it in with that's pretty good. I like it.
I
Tua is
enjoyed
somewhere.
last night. It was fun. It was fun, man.
Tua is somewhere between Trent Dilfer and Dan Marino. You know where he lies. It's up to Tua. You know, the fan base push him on one side or the other, but we know he's somewhere in between there. But
He's got to be. He's got to be.
He's got to be somewhere between. So that's the good news this season. We'll finally find out where in between, because with what he got and what Greer put around him, it's really no excuse at this point, because now he's finally got the Alabama weapons around him to make that push. So I believe he can do it, but it's just a matter of time. We can now praise Tua on his own merit and not the coach's merit, not the offensive line merit. We could base Tua on his own merit this season.
Hey, Fins for life. Are you Sean? Are you Sean Fins for life? Shake your head yes or no. I can see you. Just shake your head yes or no. I can see you in the background. You're Sean?
No, he was just on the stream, wasn't he?
No, Sean. So I just got a donation from Sean Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
For $100.
Oh, okay.
$100. Shout out to Sean, man. Shout out to Sean.
Shout out. Way to go. That's
Thank
pretty
you,
good.
Sean. I appreciate it, Sean.
Pretty cool. Not bad. But yeah, we
that might be level 2 noob. That's level 2 noob, I think. Never mind. That's level 2 noob. Shout out to level 2 noob.
I was trying to get Drubatron to help me out with the conspiracies that's going on in Cleveland now, but we'll work on that, Drubatron. we was trying to get you to tie it all in full circle with the Dolphins, with the Dolphins and Cleveland conspiracy with Baker Mayfield and Tua. That's just been real unfair to these guys. So we need to figure out to make it come full circle, Drubatron. It'll happen.
I need to do some more digging with Roach.
Yeah, exactly, Roach. Maybe some UFOs have come down and abducted some guys in the front office and told us what to do. Steven?
Yeah, dude.
Great show.
I appreciate it.
Great show, man. We got abductions and all kinds of stuff going on here. This is the silly season. That's why I'd say it's the positive propaganda season. Let's enjoy it while we can. Because once the first kickoff on Sunday night or whatever, Sunday afternoon, that New England game, that's when it all begins. That's when the fun all begins. But we can't drop that one.
Yeah, dude, I got you, man. I agree. I agree.
It's 17-0 or bust. I said this, Steven. If we even punt the ball once this season, it's all a failure. Our punter must take the entire season off.
You're right, man. Every game, no
If
punts.
we even punt the ball, it's a failure. We have to blow it up and start over again. No excuses. First punt or failure or bust. That's the way I look at it. One punt or bust. We can't do it. We have to do it all. We have to win it all. Undefeated, no punts. That's the way I see it, Steven.
I agree with you, man. All right, bro. I appreciate you coming on today, man. Thank you.
Yep. All
Love
right,
you,
y'all.
brother.
I'll
Be
see
good.
y'all later on.
Yep,
be good, Drew. Be good, Steven.
Yep, no doubt. All right, one more time for level 2 dude. $100 donation today. Shout out to Chef Zhu for a $75 donation today. And then a lot of people donated in here. $2 here, $5 here, $10 here, $20 here. You guys did great. I don't care if you donate $1. It all means a lot. It means a lot to me for you to do that. So thank you very much. It means the world to me when you guys do that. So thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. I'm sitting here trying to read text and stuff. People are sending me. I don't know if I'm getting more. Hey, you've got mail. All right, man. While I'm doing that, Team Michael J. White, level 2 noob said, shout out to level 2 noobs to man. I love it, bro. I love it, man. All right, man. Let's go. Drubatron, final thought of the day, brother.
What a show. I'm speechless. we need to find a place in this fan base where we can have level-headed, rational conversations, right? I think our fan base has become way too polarized, overly polarized. And unfortunately, I think we've talked about this before. It's always the ones with the most polarizing views that kind of speak the loudest a lot of times. And I think we had today two probably of the most polarizing of those views on the show. And the problem is, like, when you have those very extreme points or takes, it just makes the other side even more polarized, because then they just become angry and upset because you've said something so outrageous that it pushes them even further away from your argument. I think most people have a very rational opinion about what's going on and what we've seen, but I think we can all agree that this is the make it or break it year. We're gonna know after this year if Tua is that guy, and if he's not, okay, then we got to move on. But this, I hope this year we can kind of come together a little bit more as a fan base. And I'm a Tua hater. I hope we can come together more as a fan base and kind of come to more of a middle ground and an agreement. And maybe I think this year there's going to be a lot of healing within the fan base, and I hope and I pray for that, because it's been it's great for content, right? It's great for Mortal Kombat Wednesday.
That's debatable. You're right, it is, but
it is great for Mortal Kombat Wednesday, but it'll be nice to talk about winning games and how many games we're going to win and whether or not we're going undefeated. I'd rather have that kind of talk than some of the other discussions, but we'll see. I think there's brighter skies ahead, greener pastures ahead, if you will. So good things, all good things.
I'm excited about it, man.
Yeah, dude, it's an exciting year. And if it goes really south, okay, then we'll just have, we'll have group therapy Wednesday instead of Mortal Kombat Wednesday, and we'll get through it together.
We're gonna have a lot of victory Mondays this year. That's what I'm looking forward to. A lot of victory Mondays.
So. I agree, and I'd love to start off week 1 with that, because Steven, if we lose that week 1 game against the Patriots, it's gonna be anarchy.
I know.
It will be anarchy in the fan base. So I just got a headache thinking about it. Okay.
All right, Drew. Get out of here, Drew. Tell people what to do real quick.
Have a wonderful day, everybody, and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and if you haven't already donated for that, can you put the picture back up?
Oh, are you about to pull a Von Joe? Go ahead.
Have you? I can't. I got a headache thinking about a loss against the Patriots, but it got worse thinking that there's somebody in the chat that hasn't donated for a chance to win this masterpiece of a helmet. This is Dolphins history smeared on a plastic helmet. It's Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain. What else is there to say? I'm hoping I win this because I need some more stuff to put behind me. I got to look like El Capitan and TD Celtics talk. All right, because they have all the nice stuff in the back. I need that too. So I'm already donating. I got to throw in a little bit more because I said a bad word today. But man, I just got a bigger headache thinking that I can't believe that there's somebody who's missing out on an opportunity to win this helmet because they haven't donated. Not to mention that a portion of those proceeds are going to help those in the community, to our fellow Bills Mafia community, to help deal with the tragedy that they went through. As was said on the show already, Bills Mafia came out when the Surfside incident happened, and they came out big for us. And now it's our turn to return the favor. So dig deep, dig deep. It goes towards a great cause, and you could get yourself a piece of Dolphins memorabilia history. I'm out.
You're out. Be good, Drewbitron. All right, just like Drew said, sign up, become a member today, donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Anybody who donates here in the last 5 minutes of the show here, I will double your entries if it's on YouTube. Okay? If it's on YouTube, I will double your entries. And if you do it on Cash App or PayPal, I already double it. So that's not a big deal. And if you donate over $50, I triple your entry. So today we had a $75 donation from Chef Zhu. He got triple the entries. We had a $100 donation from Level 2 Noob. We tripled his entries into this giveaway. It is awesome. So keep donating to the channel. We were about 50, 55, let's say $60 away from hitting the goal for today. So, hey, look, there we go. There we go. So $55 away from hitting the goal today. There we go. $50 from hitting the goal today. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get the last $50 in the last 5 minutes? Let's go, Crypto Drew. I like it. Last $50 gets us to the goal today. So Crypto and Drew for donating right now on YouTube just got 2 donations because I said anything in the last 5 minutes of the show we would give. Let's go. Chef Zhu got 45 entries. Level 2 Noob got 60 entries. Talk about skin in the game. Let's go, guys. $50 gets us over the hump for the day, and then we're going to come back and do it again tomorrow. So come on, let's get that last $50 in there. You can donate through Cash App, PayPal, or YouTube. My final thought of the day is this. I think that the Miami Dolphins, I enjoyed the content, the press conference yesterday with McDaniel. And I'm glad that we got to go over it step by step. If you missed it, go back, watch the beginning of the show. We went over the press conference live, and we kind of broke it down into its simplest form, I guess, as you could say. But I loved it, man. I thought it was great. And I am very optimistic about the season. I'm positive that I want to be positive that we're in for a great season ahead. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And the best part about it is we're going to get to do it together. Win, lose, or whatever. It's going to be the Dolphin Nation, Dolphin community doing it together. And I'm telling you, that's the best part about this. Last season, when I did this for the first time, again, I'm 1 year into this bad boy. I really got to see how the Dolphin community was. And it just made days when they lost a little bit easier because there was somebody there that we got to do it together. And it was fun. I enjoyed. I don't enjoy losing. Let me throw that out there. But I enjoy the fan base. I enjoy the PHAMILY, the family. In my Vin Diesel voice, family. And I love it, man. And I am excited about it. We got great show today. Look, Wednesday is chaos. Let me throw that up on the screen. Wednesday is chaos. And that's what it was. Wilding Out Wednesday, Mortal Kombat Wednesday. I enjoyed it. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun today. And we had a big panel. So tomorrow's Throwback Thursday. We'll do some stuff tomorrow. Guys, we're $50 away from the goal today. Who's getting that last $50 in? Crypto and Drew just gave 5 each. So let's go. Let's get that last 50 in for the day. I know y'all can do it. Y'all can get the last 50 in for the day. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 10 people donating $5. 10 people donating $5 right now. Come on. There's 42 of y'all. There's 10 of y'all out there that can donate $5. I know that there is. Or more. Let's hit the goal today. And tomorrow we're going to hit tomorrow's goal. And Friday's going to be tomorrow. Friday, I want to be the biggest donation day we've ever had. Friday, I want to be the biggest donation day we've ever had. Let's go. Yeah, so, I mean, look, that's what we got going on. Thursday as game 2. Tomorrow night will be game 2. I think we're going to do another live stream on Thursday night. That will be actually. Will it be? Actually, I don't know if I can do Thursday. I don't know if I can do a live stream tomorrow night because my kids have a recital. My daughter does tap class. My son does hip hop dance. So yeah, I think that's tomorrow night. So I don't know if I can do a game 2 live stream. Maybe I'll set it up and y'all can just come on and chill when I get back from it. That might be what I do. Maybe I'll have somebody host it for me tomorrow night. And when I get back on, it'll be there. I'll talk to a couple of y'all today about hosting game 2 live stream tomorrow night. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Might do that. I might do that. Now go, great show. Now go brush your teeth. All that cussing last night. He said, yeah, it was. Definitely was. All right, y'all ain't getting me off till somebody donates this last 50. Come on. Who's got that? Five people donate $10. 5 people donate 10. 10 people donate 5. How's it gonna be? Y'all get me off the screen. I got stuff to do today. I'm not going until we hit. We're raising some money today. We are going to raise some money for these beautiful people in Buffalo. We're going to raise some money for the channel. Let's go. There we go. The realest Miami Dolphins YouTube channel ever with a $50 donation. I like it. I like it. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Super sticker, $50 donation. I love it, man. That's y'all doing the thing. Shout out to the realest Miami Dolphins YouTube. Just so you know, you got triple the donations, realist. You got triple the entries into the giveaway. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Level 2 Dude says, I do hip hop dance too. Ever seen a 40-plus-year-old white guy pop and lock? It's a spectacle. I need to see a tweet. A GIF and a tweet of that. All right, y'all the best fans in the world. Y'all did it. I appreciate the realest Miami Dolphins YouTube hitting that $50 donation. There we go. That was awesome. That's what I'm talking about. This is the best fan base in the world. Y'all listen every morning. You donate your hard-earned money. It's great. We're gonna do some big stuff, man. Together, we're gonna take over the world. That's what we're going to do. One Dolphin fan at a time, brother. Let's go. My Hulk Hogan voice. Look here, brother. You, tomorrow night, game 2. Okay, sorry. Got a little carried away there. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Peace.